Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Doodle stream, where every Friday here on YouTube and Twitch, we spend 3 hours together while I attempt to doodle out your ideas and suggestions from the chat. Before we dive into the doodles for today, I'd like to remind everyone where you can find me outside of our time here together. You can check out my website at KevinAHinkle.com or across social media at Mr. Kevin Hinkle. If you'd like to see just my artwork as a freelance artist, maybe not as many personal photos, you can find me at MrHinkleDraws, where I share just my artwork as a freelance artist. If it's within your means, please consider supporting my work over on Patreon. Patreon helps content creators all across the globe by providing a platform for their fans to pledge continuous financial support. Tiers are as low as $1 a month, all with various rewards, exclusive content, sneak peeks, behind the scenes, and discounts for purchasing any and all products I sell online. All the names you see on the screen right now have pledged their support. I can't thank them enough for their generosity. One of the rewards for pledging your support is a shout out during all videos and all live streams. So thank you guys very, very much for all your support. It is greatly appreciated. And you can head over to patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws for more information about what that is and how you can join. Last but not least, remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are entering a drama-free zone in any live stream I host. So I ask that you please be mindful of your conduct in the chat. Please just respect your fellow viewer. No profanity, no harassment, no bullying, no instigating, no prodding and poking. Let's just all get along. How about that? Let's just all get along. So today, helping me out is my buddy Brian Saviano, aka Bricks O'Brien.
Well, hello once again, Kevin and everybody in the live stream chat. Good morning.
Ooh, we meet again. But it's a special day for us to be meeting on this day.
It is. It is.
Because we've got exciting things. We've got exciting things that we've actually been planning for a little while.
We be scheming, ladies and gentlemen, cooking something in the kitchen, as I always do.
That is what we do. And before it gets too far out of here and I completely lose track, let me just say hello to Will Harper, Hawkeye Lego Man, Alyssa, Jeff, Eli, Amplify, Golden Light Pictures. Hawkeye is also rocking over on Twitch as well. MJ Sweet is on Twitch. Hello. Ghost Frickin' Talkin'. Of course, Brian is in both realms. He is in the chat as well as in the stream itself. Bama Bricks, Funny Figs, Brick Studio, Sega, John Y, Fazoom, Gulf Coast Bricks. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I think that's everyone, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome in. And Shy Time. Hello, Shy Time. And Gator Bricks. I keep saying it, and there's another name. So welcome in, guys. I really appreciate it. And yes, I did try out a new video feature for the intro. I apologize if it was too loud. Volume levels are forever the bane of my existence. But hopefully, you could just turn the volume down and then turn the volume back up when I come back. But, and hello, Larry and Brick Fella, Daily Brick. Hello, everybody. But yeah, hopefully that was good. I will say, getting all the links posted up within 5 minutes was a little bit like trying to defuse a bomb with a time limit.
It helps you gain a little bit of skill with that. That's how you're supposed to do it. Actually,
I did it. I got 90% of the way there. I went over to Facebook, and for some, this happens like every now and then, just randomly. But I went over to Facebook and I couldn't find my post. I know I did it. I know I posted it up and I shared it. But when I went over to my art account on Facebook, I couldn't find the post. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. And so I just I didn't do that. I got the links up on Twitter. I got the announcement up on Instagram. But anybody that was waiting on the edge of their seat for the direct links on Facebook, they're out of luck.
Oh wow.
Oh well, indeed. But yeah, welcome in. As always, I appreciate Brian being here to help moderate the chat. That definitely helps things run a little smoothly. Our theme today is Lego. I know I've got a lot of Lego fans. Got a lot of Lego friends.
Do you?
I do, and people really like the Lego, and I appreciate that so many people try to morph whatever the theme is into a Lego theme.
So this is your attempt to like just appease everyone.
This is it. This is it, folks. And I don't by any means think that I'll only do one Lego stream ever, but this is the one for now, so that people can be like, you should do a Lego theme stream, and I'll be like, I did it.
Yep. And then you point them to the replay, and then that's it.
I'll be like, I already did it. But yeah, so before I start drawing, and I just realized I put my tablet upside down. That'll help. But yes, Brian, we had a thing launch today.
Do. Yep.
I mean, technically more around the midnight hour, but today. And I have, look at this. I made this.
Hey, look at that beautiful image that's going to be shared on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our attempt at a thing called marketing, where you showcase a collaboration between two entities. I wanted to showcase my stickers on Kevin Hinkle's shop because I know a lot of people that tune into what I do wanted stickers as a part of this questionnaire I did recently. And I also wanted to get people to buy Kevin's stuff from my corner of the internet because it's all high quality and really well done. So I was like, all right, let me toss my stickers on your shop and let people know about the other hotness you got on there, as well as something new, exclusive, and spicy, flaming hot, more flaming hot than the pickle you ate when you came up here just a few weeks ago. So very exciting stuff.
You could be on radio.
I could. I got a face. I got a body for radio. I'm ready.
I mean, I wasn't saying that, but you could.
I mean, I'll say it before anyone else in the chat does.
You got the right hype skills. You know what I'm saying?
I do. This is very especially exciting.
Yeah. What's up, Bricksomniac? Welcome in. And so Ghost Rick talking. I thought we were moving away from Lego. We are indeed moving away from Lego. So I figured let's go out with a bang, right?
Yep.
Let's do one for the masses. But yeah, we're definitely moving away from Lego in terms of artwork and products and stuff like that. But again, I only speak for products in general that I'm offering, not like commissions. You want to pay me money to draw a Lego figure, pay me money and I'll draw you a Lego figure. That's not going to change. But just my own kind of stuff. Amplify the Bricks O'Brien radio show. See you later, Daily Brick. Thanks for popping in the beginning. No problem. Yes, marketing, cross-pollination, all the things. Wait, I have never heard of Lego before. Please explain. Joseph Zawada, I'm begging you for a long Lego Furby. This is the stream to unite the world. So yes, Brian and I have been working together. We've been trying to figure out ways in which we can help each other out. Of course, Brian has hired me to make things for him before because that's what friends do. They're like, hey, I know a guy that would do a thing for me.
Yep.
Let me reach out. And that's been fun. I can't say that I've worked on a Bricks O'Brien project yet that I've been like, well, that was a horrible experience.
Ideally, that's how it goes. You're not finishing off the project and you're like, man, this sucks.
Yeah, that hasn't happened. That has not happened.
It'll happen eventually.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we're. So that being said, as Brian just told you guys, I've got some of his stuff in my store. Do I still have the link for that? Oh, I guess I did turn it off. I'll put a new one up there. But guys, if you didn't already know, if I haven't talked about it enough, I do have an Etsy store. You can head over there and see all the new products. I've just launched a whole bunch of stuff in the last couple weeks. There you go, right there on the bottom. Etsy.com/shop/MrHinkleDraws. And again, not to beat a dead horse, guys. This is what I do. This is my job. This is how I pay the bills. This is how I buy food. This is how I pay my wonderfully high Connecticut electric bill. So, it is very helpful when people buy stuff from me. I appreciate it. And yeah, so check it out. There's a bunch of stuff. There's Lego stuff. There's non-Lego stuff.
Kevin, can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
You're too nice. Go to Kevin's store and buy something. All right. It's $4 for a sticker. This man works countless hours on this artwork to feed his kids. Go there and buy something. Stop being a freeloader with the content on the YouTube, okay? His kids won't eat, all right?
If you don't buy,
right. He's not normally right on things. He's right on this one. Just you don't even have to buy my sticker. I don't care. Hey, I'm satisfied with it already. Go buy something else. All right.
There you go. Golden Light Pictures approves of your enthusiasm. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it.
Exactly.
So yeah, and you know, I try to offer up a wide array of things that people might like pop culture stuff. There's tons of stuff to look through. There's more stuff coming as well. I've got a whole Halloween wave dropping in a couple weeks.
Listen, one thing at a time, Kevin. You just came out with the hotness today.
Let's hotness today.
The releases. This is marketing. You should know this.
I should.
You don't blow the whole load at once, Kevin. Trickle them out there. Trickle them.
Got to keep them wanting more, right?
Yeah.
So head over there for more information, more details, and to celebrate the collaboration, we do have an exclusive sticker that was designed. Here we go. Check it out. This is the quote new quote Super Bricks O'Brien sticker.
Yeah, because obviously y'all know how much I am an advocate for Lego Super Mario, and I'm not saying this was directly inspired by it, but if you take a swift look there, it's beautiful, man. Man. So I saw this. Kevin sent this over, and I nearly passed out. I'm like, this
well, you know what's funny is I think when I first sent it to you, I had all the different expressions, right?
Yeah. Like
I sent you like a lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, which one of these do you like? And it was like every different expression that the face could have. So that was fun. And it just it just lined up that I was done with it. And I sent it to you when you were streaming. I wasn't planning to be like, give me a live reaction. But I was just like, oh, hey, I sent you the thing right now. So that was fun just to see it though in real life when you were.
Yeah, it was hot. And the people were like, you're going to show us. And I'm like, no, I don't. So now that's a thing. So yeah, that is the official exclusive design available on Kevin's store. I'm nearly choking on phlegm.
You're in the excitement.
That's all the excitement phlegm popping up. But yeah, if you want to go there and buy that sticker or anything else he has to offer, that would be awesome. And thank you, Kevin, for allowing my stuff to be on your store. And now the plan has finally been put in action, because I really just wanted this to happen so that way I could get things commissioned from you instead of needing to wait in the endless line of people that want you to draw sig figs. So I finally got what I want, and you can get some traffic from my audience, hopefully. So yeah, I do appreciate it. Anytime any creator shares their audience with another creator, it's a big deal, because it's like you build up trust, a rapport with people that enjoy what you do, and there's a little bit of risk involved when you're like, hey, everybody, check X person out, So I appreciate that you're willing to take that step. Of course. Me. I don't know if I would necessarily say it's a risk. I mean, we have broken bread many a time, but yeah, I appreciate it. You align with the core values of my brand, Kevin. You don't swear often. No, not really. And I always feel weird when I do it too. I'm like, why did I do that? There's only a few people. It's like you and like one other person. So. Before we get, right, exactly. Before we get too deep into it too, I saw over on Twitch that the phlegm. Oh my goodness. Beyond the Brick and Bama Bricks both subscribed with their Prime subs. Thank you very much to the both of you guys. Appreciate for doing that. If you have Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime is a free sub that you get every month. You go over there and hit the subscribe button for free. It helps Kevin support his livelihood as well. So go to twitch.tv/MrHinkleDraws to do that if you'd like to. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. For Patreon is getting a total revamp. Yes, I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff coming out soon. New goodies. And just changing things up over there, but I'm really excited about it. Ghost Frickin' swearing is bad. Of all the people to say that. Jeff says, just for reference, I just became a patron, and like a miracle, my back stopped hurting. Pay Kevin money, and aches and pains go away. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Yeah, Long Furby. I don't know. So let's get started with
something to draw. So
Cool.
it is a Lego theme.
I have a suggestion if I could inject myself, here quickly. So I refer to Lego as a corporation, the entity, as the big red brick in the sky. If there is anything you can do pertaining, like maybe somebody like a big red brick abducting like an AFOL or something, like I don't know, just something. I think that's something.
The big red brick in the sky.
I mean,
like a Lego movie, right? Kind
of. I mean, it's like watching over us all the time, and like, I'll be standing there and then just something will descend from the sky, from the big red brick in the sky. Like, oh, here's this set. Okay, thank you. You don't question it. It just happens. You're like, all right. So,
Hawkeye says, $5 page. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that, guys. It does mean a lot because, I appreciate any support I get through any means. But folks that are willing to say, you know what? Yeah, I'll give you a little money every single month. Like, that's a big deal. That's a pretty substantial decision. So I appreciate that.
And yeah, Alyssa says it's a cease and desist ray. That's exactly what it is.
That's pretty much.
The confidential stamp over it. It's like,
yeah, oh yeah, man, it's good times.
It's sometimes, I don't know about good, but
good times for somebody.
Yeah, somebody in legal who's like, oh, another one to take out. Oh. There's some Halloween stuff coming out. You got your Etsy store is looking nice, Kevin. It's looking real nice. Not just saying that because my stuff is there too. I'm just saying in general.
Thank you. And not to take your advice, not to get too ahead of myself, but if for nobody but myself, I have products coming out from my favorite game. So there you go. Like, and Brian, I tried to order the lowest quantity I could get. It's like I couldn't go any lower. I was like, all right, I'm happy.
Yep.
So let's see. I'm trying to think of like some clouds.
It's just that's just like, I think that's a good, like, if I need to have fun with like a corporate name,
I mean, it's pretty appropriate.
Yeah,
I would say. This guy's.
Well, to be fair, Brian, your sets come from the big red polo-clad Hanlons in the sky. That's true. That's true. They do. The Hanlons descending upon me.
Oh, so you know what's funny? Speaking of, hey, what's up, Steve? Speaking of Beyond the Brick, I was looking back at the Beyond the Brick post they did when I made their pickleball uniform, right? The minifig playing pickleball that they commissioned for me,
right?
And I was looking at it, looking at the post. Sometimes I'll come back to a post and see, like, oh, I wonder if people said anything. And there's this one comment, just like this one comment from this one person that's like, "This is a copyrighted icon."
What? What is
the minifigure?
Oh.
I was like, okay. Like that was it. That was all. It was just like, this is a copyrighted.
Like, are you the one to bust down with the?
I was like, dang. Okay. All right. Should I give it a face? I should.
No. Because there is no one face that goes with.
You're right. You're right. There is no.
There should be like somebody getting abducted in there. Someone who's getting ascended. Just something. Like. Steve has to go tell students to get off of their phones. Well, thank you for stopping by for a hot minute, Steve.
Yeah, hey, appreciate it.
Yes, it's basically like the top of President Business's tower, pretty much.
And look, Ken's on the money. Lego's a theme? I thought every one of these was Lego theme.
Yeah, right.
I mean, depending on who you ask, Ken. Yeah. All right, let me move this up into the corner. This is the only official one. And for folks that do watch the show regularly, you'll know that I did do Lego theme for like the 72-hour one. And that was like a special. So that also hopefully kind of sets the precedent that even if I do a theme for like a multiplayer or a theme for some kind of special occasion, that there will still be like, I don't consider that theme like done. Like I only consider it done when I do it in this setting.
Right.
So, all right, let's get. I think that's for my first doodle. That's
sure.
fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got? What's up, Raptus?
There's President Business. There's Indominus Rex. There's.
I'm always down to draw President Business. Who said that?
That would be Golden Light.
I am always down. He's my spirit animal. Let's see, Golden Light. Where'd you go? Where did you go?
More recent comments.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Lord Biz. Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Lord Biz. I like variety, Kevin. Yeah, thank you. I like variety too. That's my goal. I don't like to be a one-trick pony, you know? I don't like that. All right, let's see. Let me just get a reference, even though I shouldn't need one, but pull it up anyway. That is not what I asked you to look for.
You need a reference image for President Business, Kevin?
I mean, I'm drawing him in the Lord outfit, so I don't. Yeah. I'll just say yes.
Sure.
I'll just say yes. All right. Who wants a taco?
That's still my favorite Lego movie of the bunch, the first one.
I mean, not even just to get into the Lego-ness of it, it's a really good movie.
It's an objectively good movie, and that's what was a part of that success with parents and young adults. It wasn't just a pandering kids movie to get you to buy stuff.
No, it was really, really good. I really did enjoy that film, and that was one of those movies where I watched it, and then after I watched it, I was like, "Oh, that's me."
Yeah.
Like, oh no!
Yep.
Oh no! Oh no! That's me.
That's it. Yep.
So I made some adjustments. Like I did. I literally was. I don't think I was as bad as President Business, but I did have I did have the whole like, these are my Lego and those are your Lego, and we shouldn't mingle them. But I was like, no.
We got Moto and Julian in here. Hello. And
what's up?
Zoom. Oh,
what's
man.
up?
Everyone's showing up.
What's up, fellas?
They all walk into the club at the same time, all matching suits. They're ready.
They arrived in the same vehicle.
Yep. No, it's the same styled suit, just different colors. That's what it is.
Oh.
Ken fully embraces his President Business side, or Lord Business side, rather.
I remember my son watching it, and he's like, "That's like you, Dad." I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, yep.
You don't let us play with your stuff. It's like, oh no.
Well, there's a difference between, well, now I'm going to sound like an old fart, but there's a difference between playing with, like, you know, the more valuable things, or the things like you have an explicit purpose for, like a mock or something, and then like, you know, then just playing with stuff. Like if you just have minifigure parts and just whatever that you're like, all right, whatever. But, you know, if you have your Lego employee gift out like on display, and then it's like, all right, well, that's like a bit more sentimental and justifiable to be like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like an antique at that rate. It's like, all right, just don't touch it's like having like an antique stapler. You're like, I just don't use that, you know? Like you could, but
that's my stapler. Oh, so I'm in I've just completed week 2 of actually going to the gym Monday through Friday.
Wow. Are you ripped?
Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
I ripped. And but one of the things that I'm glad that I'm doing again, because I missed it, was whether I'm on the treadmill or the elliptical or whatever, I get to finally catch up on all these movies and TV shows that I'm constantly behind on, right? Because you need something to watch and occupy your mind. And so I finally watched what's up, Bonnie? I finally watched and actually it's appropriate that Moto's here, because Moto's been working on the Tricky Bricks contest for Fab Max, I believe, like a Mad Max kind of.
That's a great concept, by the way. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it was awesome, and I've never seen either of the. I think there's two, like a new and an old Mad Max. I've never seen either of them. So I said, you know what? They've got the original Mel Gibson one here on Netflix, so let me watch it. So I finally watched Mad Max, and it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like,
was not a good movie.
But the new one, have you seen that one?
No, so I'm gonna see that one next. Ooh. But I hadn't seen either, and I watched that first one. I'm like, this is a good movie. People like this. Like, it just seemed like a lot of buildup and nothing happened, and it was like it had an odd ending. I'm like, okay. So I watched.
Said there were 4. Ouch.
Are there 4?
Yeah, you got to start with Road Warrior, according to him. I mean, most people that know of Mad Max, though, they only know the newer one. And the newer one is a fine line between a film and an action movie. Like, there's definitely a lot of symbolism behind it, and the cinematography is incredible. And if you end up watching it multiple times, you know, you'll watch the initial version on Netflix or whatever, but they actually came out with a black and white version as well. And that
Jeff says the first one was fantastic.
What? Well, Jeff is old and he's out of touch. He's whatever.
What?
But if you watch the black and white version, that adds a whole nother spin on that movie and changes the vibe of it. So that's a very good film too.
Yeah, I mean, I have full intentions of, if there's more, I'll watch them. I'll watch all of them. But I was just kind of surprised because I don't think I've heard really anybody speak ill of the franchise. And I was like, I watched it, and like I said, it just seemed like I just didn't enjoy it at all. Like, this was not a good movie. But yeah, I'm not like swearing off the franchise. I'm like, all right, I'll watch more of them. But that was something I watched. I also, here's another confession. I have watched in bits and pieces the movie Airplane, and I finally watched the entire movie Airplane. That's like that slapstick comedy, and that was actually really funny. I was like, we need some of these nowadays. Some of these like slapstick, never ends, like punchline one after another movies, and I enjoyed that. I mean, I knew some of the one-liners from it. Like it's ingrained in my head. Leslie Nielsen being like, "Good luck, we're all counting on you," but I had never seen I had never seen from start to finish the movie, so I watched that.
Yeah, I've never seen it either, but I know like I felt that way about movies. When I think of like Back to the Future and Ghostbusters and whatnot, there's not a lot of movies that are just like fun right now. They're all like either super serious or a part of a franchise or whatever. Like, we need like fun, like funny movies that are not just like The Rock and or Kevin Hart. You know, they got to be like actually funny people in these funny movies. It doesn't happen anymore.
I'm not joking, Jeff, and don't call me Shirley. Good luck. We're all counting. I picked a bad week to stop smoking. You should watch it, Brian. It's funny.
I've heard it's good.
It just doesn't stop. Like, the whole movie is just joke after joke. Like, I mean, within seconds of each other. And
so, hold on. So, is that movie actually funny? Because people told me that Blazing Saddles is funny too, and I'm like, I watched that recently, and I'm like, nah, it doesn't hit me.
I laughed out loud several times.
Okay.
I mean, there's some jokes that I'm like, okay. But like, there was a lot of jokes that I was laughing out loud at.
Okay.
It's funny. It's got some good stuff. But like I said, it just doesn't let up. It does not let up. It just goes forever. Joseph Zawada, I think he said something. What did he say? I ordered something. He said, I just ordered my Bob stickers and $1 shipping. What a steal, right?
Wow. Well, thank you, Joe.
$1 to ship.
Joseph Zawada's been hanging out in my streams as well, Kevin. He's getting very acquainted with the other Lego content. No, I'm not even a Lego content creator, and neither really are you. But the other the other people besides the Beyond the Brick streams. It's good.
All right, I think I'm happy with this.
There you go.
I wasn't necessarily going to go for the whole. We're just getting started, folks.
Of course, just warming up.
I'm sorry to tell you that the chat is out of coffee. Oh, speaking of coffee, I love the ongoing joke where they're like, I think the guy's name was Ted. They're like, Ted, coffee? No, thanks. And he just walks out of the room. They wanted him to get the coffee. That was the whole point.
It kind of looks like he's staring at the red brick and he's like,
kind of, yeah, exactly.
Great. Lord Business looking great. Moto had a fantastic one up here a while ago.
Oh, what do we got?
You know what? I kind of want you to wait on it because I want to see you do it like really well, maybe with color. But I'll put the idea in your head right now. He said a mini doll trying to hold hands with a fig on a date.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we could do
that one. I'm gonna write that down for later because that's such a good one. I want color on that one.
Yeah, and that and Moto's comment about the first Mad Max. Yeah, I mean the movie was just like, I mean, not knowing, I was expecting to go into like some hardcore road racing film, and it was like really the whole movie was about him and his family, and like the action was like, I looked at the time stamp. The action was like the last like 8 minutes of the movie. I was like, okay, all right.
But so if you watching the new Mad Max, it is just like, you know, action, like the drums and the sand and the whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. Let's get another suggestion here.
Hawkeye Lego Man on Twitch a while ago said Matanui, so you get some Bionicle rep in there if you want to.
Yeah.
Golden Light said the Lord Business looks great. So there you go.
Thank you. All right, let me see. I'm scrolling up. Daddy, please let me play with the San Diego Comic-Con minifig. He's my favorite. No.
This Spider-Man has a black suit. Cool. It's like a $2,000 minifigure.
Let's see. I want a pink glitter suit. I missed that comment. I don't remember what that was in reference to.
To Moto and Julian and all them rolling up into the club.
Oh, okay. In their matching outfits. Okay. I was like, what is that for? Let's see.
It was on Twitch, if that matters, with Hawkeye's comment.
Ooh, yeah. Stepping on one of those. Yeah. I'll do that. I've talked about that story before. I actually knelt down full force on one of those pyramid elements, those 1x1 pyramid elements.
Ooh.
Like that was that was a feeling that happened. But I'm going to use a foot. I did it with my knee. Like I knelt down because I didn't see it, and it was right on the point of that pyramid element.
Ouch.
It's like, dang. That happened.
Golden Light was just asking you, shoot, I should have also asked to draw Johnny Thunder. Oh, well. Well, if you go to Kevin Hinkle's Etsy store, you could see a whole thing of Johnny Thunder already made, man.
I did.
Right
and
over
like,
there.
With full-time investment on that bad boy.
Yep. That's like a solid couple hours.
Yeah, and that's all limited stuff because that's, as we say in the biz, that's some hot merchandise. So it's very, very low stock. It is 20 and then done. That is it for that. So, yeah, check those out. That's an ugly looking foot here.
Yeah, it looked like a hot dog at first. I'm like, what? Moto said earlier in reference to like kids playing with minifigs and whatnot, like, hey, I itched all this icky gold stuff off this character for you. We have Mr. Monopoly now. It's like, oh, what? No.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Mr. Monopoly.
Get it, Mr. Gold. It looks like Mr. Monopoly.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that's the joke. But you weren't paying. You're too focused on drawing feet.
I was too focused on the feet. I was, exactly.
Any feet people out there in the chat? There you go. This is your time.
This is your time.
Time doesn't come around very often, but when it does, you got to capitalize.
I'm too displeased with this foot. I'm gonna try another one. It's not a good foot.
I want that quote on a T-shirt.
What?
I am too displeased with this foot.
I am too displeased with this foot. That is for dang sure. That is for dang sure. So I was thinking that especially now with time and space almost non-existing anymore.
Sure.
That I wanted to kind of take an opportunity to collect my thoughts somewhere and just say, hey, here's everything that kind of I did last month. You know, here's like the games I played and the movies I watched. And
you're going to open up a Tumblr?
No, but I think I'm going to like, not like kind of like a blog kind of thing. I think I'm going to put on my Patreon like a monthly thoughts kind of thing.
That's cool.
Just to kind of put it somewhere.
Yeah.
And I figured, I really want to be stepping up my content over there because, it's a big deal. So I'm like, I need to, keep throwing stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to put something up on there and be like, hey, because it also helps me kind of realize what's going on. When time is just like non-existent anymore, it's like, what am I doing? What have I done the last 30 days? And when I actually do that, there's a lot of stuff that this is equally as bad, but we're going to not do this a third time. That's too low. I need to remember to scale up so that the comment's not in front of me. Art t-shirts would be cool. Yeah. I did a little bit of shirts. I did the Ageful shirts ones, and that one was okay. Made a lot of really cool designs out of it, but the service flopped. We just didn't make enough money to keep the service going. So I've had one experiment with t-shirts that wasn't terribly good.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to trying it again.
And for clarification for Eli, no, there are not 20 Bricks O'Brien Lego stickers. There are 50, Kevin, I think.
For quantities?
Yeah.
50 of all of all of the official Bricks O'Brien stock. There was a beginning inventory of 50s.
Mm-hmm. The art prints are 20.
The art prints are 20.
Yeah. Raptus cannot confirm nor deny that they are a feet person. You're going to get timed out for about 6,000 seconds, Raptus. Thank you very much.
6,000 seconds.
Yeah.
What does that equal in minutes?
I don't care. We have CC in the chat here. Hello, CC.
What's up, CC? Yeah, that's still not really. I don't know if I made it better. I think I made it worse, but there you go.
You did. You probably
you did.
Yeah.
I'm using a reference photo that looks really cool, but I didn't pull it off. I'm not warmed up yet enough for that, I don't think.
Nah.
But that's fine. Feet and hands. I mean, come on. That's the hardest stuff to draw.
Truly is.
Let's see. All right, let's get another suggestion. This is the time, guys. I know on every other stream, everyone's throwing minifig requests at me like nobody's business. This is the time to throw those minifig requests at me because you've been waiting.
Here's a interesting one from Joe for drawing a Fabuland sheep toasting a marshmallow. As a suggestion there.
The syndrome hairpiece makes a good flame. Even getting into what to use for the fire.
Right. See if you use part number 75823 as the marshmallow toasted stick, then.
All right, let's see. Let's get Fabuland sheep.
No, Eli. Kevin does not want to draw your stick figure so you can use it as your icon for the next year. Again, thank you very much, Eli. Who wants a free profile picture? Put your name in the chat right now. No.
I did see that Mini Bricks is now doing minifig commissions.
There you go.
So, I mean, just to throw it out there for another person who's, another talented artist out there in the community that's offering a service. I noticed that. That was just a couple days ago, I think.
Yeah, Mini Brick. I follow him on Instagram, and he's in the current running for the Avatar the Avatar set.
Yeah. But can people use some of your art as? Yeah, sure, you can. That's fine. Not a problem. I consider it an honor.
Of course. So saying earlier, with the Joseph recommending the syndrome hairpiece, a lot of people, and this in your experience being at the Lego store, always telling you what the set number is or what the part number is.
Yeah.
Every single time when you have no idea what it is.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have set 6212? Oh, yes. Hold on. I don't know what that is.
There's only one set that I kind of know that I can maybe remember is UCS Falcon. That's about it. It's the only one.
Right. I used to I think I have thankfully forgotten those.
There you go.
But I used to have the Falcon and the Taj Mahal numbers memorized because that was the largest and second largest Lego sets ever released. So, because, you know, people are always like, you know what, I'm going to ask this Lego guy a question I bet he never gets asked. What's the largest Lego set ever released?
Yeah,
it's
right.
like, oh, wow, I've never been asked that before. So I had those numbers just memorized, but they have finally exited my brain.
Do you have like a particularly stupid question someone has asked you? Like unironically?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was one that just used to, I would just be like, ugh, every time. But this was not really tied to Lego in general. It was more specific to our store. But we had the big sculpture of Hagrid.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, original Harry Potter, the yellow skinned Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We had a giant sculpture of Hagrid and Ron and Hermione. We never had Harry because Harry was too important to have in our store.
Sure.
So we never had Harry. But we would have kids, teenagers mostly, always would ask, "Hey, what would you do if I knocked that over?" I mean, and I can't even tell you how many. I mean, thousands of times over the course of years, and I'd be like, "Ah, call security, go!" It's like they just all thought it was so fun, especially if they were in a group, right? Like if they're in a group, because then you're impressing your friends. They would always want to know, what would you do if I knocked over this giant sculpture?
If I knocked this over?
I'm like, that was the one that I'm just like, get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm done with that. Get out of here.
I always hated the like, do you guys sell Mega Bloks here? Oh. Hey, we got a comedian in the store, ladies and gentlemen. We got Robin Williams in here, huh? Get out of here.
Yeah, their friends were impressed. Usually it was followed by, you know, cackling of some kind.
It's always a cackle.
Yeah, it is. Let's go to the Orange Julius.
Let's give lunch at Chick-fil-A.
Oh man, we did not have a Chick-fil-A in our mall. But yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah. Rip Robin Williams for sure. For sure. That was the one. That one just really I'm
trying to think. Oh, and always the people that were so adamant that you made sports team Lego. Like, man, a guy one time was like, I saw a Gillette Stadium made out of Lego as a kid. And I'm like, no, you didn't. It doesn't exist. And he's like, no. I saw it.
Yeah, there's pretty confident folks out there that they know more about what they're talking about than you do.
You know what the most terrifying thing is about that, Kevin, is that those people are so strong in their opinions on a Lego set that doesn't exist. Can you imagine how they feel about other things in life?
Yeah.
They are very bluntly wrong on that. They're just like, no, but
all the time. This one guy threw a fit, just an absolute fit, because he wanted to return a Pick-a-Brick cup, which you can't. And I'm like, sir, there are exactly 3 items in this store you cannot return. Pick-a-Brick cups are one of those. And he was like, so mad. He was like, tell me where it says that. I'm like, it says it repeated 7 times in a row on the back of your receipt.
Yeah.
And I showed him that. And he was like, well, you need to do a better job. He told us that we needed to do a better job informing. We needed to tell every customer when they bought one that they couldn't return it. He said that we should print out a sign and put it on the Pick-a-Brick wall that says they're non-refundable. Like, just a bunch of nonsense. And I'm like, get out of here. I mean, he got really mad. And I was like, get out of here or I'll call security. Like, I'm not playing this game with you. Let's get some burn. Get some burn on this.
Make it toasty. Daily Brick asking how we're doing while he's on his lunch break. It's only what, 11? You're on your lunch break? Actually, no. Early lunches make sense. I always had those at Lego too. We're good. We're just reminiscing stupid
about the good old days.
Yeah, they were decent days. Decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, considering this is the Lego stream, figure get out that energy.
It's the time.
Right? Yeah.
The time. I use the syndrome hair just for you, Joseph.
It should have been Syndrome's head with the hair on top. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Too much effort.
Let's see. To be honest, I didn't know the Pick a Brick cups weren't refundable. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot. It's like you can't return gift cards. Yep. You can't return Pick a Brick cups. And there's like one more. I know there's 3. There's one
Build
more.
Build a minifigure, Kevin.
That's it. Build a mini you can't return. That's it. That's all. That is it.
Even like the cups you can return. If you like use a cup that have a sipping cup. Things like that.
Let's see. Okay, how about this one? Gator Bricks draw a Lego version of the comic book guy. Worst impression ever.
There you go.
Let's see.
Joe says he saw a kid fill a Pab cup with minifig parts and you ratted him out because you didn't think of that. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that plenty of times. You know, it's you can also working in retail and especially in a Lego store of all places, you can really tell what people are like and who they are because like they'll go to some extent to like make a point or try to pull something off and it won't work or whatever. And there's always that special type of person that got a Pab cup and then they sprinkled in parts of minifigures in there thinking we wouldn't notice. And it's like, really? You're going to try to be that sneaky and try to pull it? Like we literally look at the cup. And if you're going to go through that effort to try to take a couple minifig parts, get out of here. It's Goomba.
Oh yeah, always. I like the cup that would come up that was nothing but minifig parts.
Yeah, it's like, ma'am, that would literally cost you, I want to say like $500. Put it back.
They're always so like the one time, or not one, but the times that would happen, they would also be so happy. They'd be like, "This is such a great value."
Yep.
And I'm like, it is because it's not real.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, they would do that kind of action.
So the only time I think we would maybe allow it is if we had like a plethora of a particular accessory or something where it's like we had like wrenches for years, decades.
Yeah, the rules are bent when there's an overabundance of something.
Yeah, like, so like people typically won't let you take figure parts and whatnot, like not like important ones. Like, hey, can I put all these penguins in a cup? Like, no. But you can get 15 penguins as 15 elements, and that's fine. You know, as long as you pay for it, it's whatever.
But, yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Golden Light said, what's the best Lego store story you have? I have a funny one that comes to mind immediately that I think I've told before on one of my streams or here. I was closing one night after, a night of the teenagers coming in. It was a Saturday night, Friday night, whatever it was. So there was a lot of people and it was like a regular night. So it was like 9 o'clock closing time. And I'm already ticked off because I'm like, this person, that person, these customers, whatever, because it depends on the day, whether someone's going to be good or bad. You never know who you get.
I was already ticked off.
Yeah, of course. So I'm walking toward
what's back. Up, All-American Green Bean? Hello.
There you go. I was walking toward the back, and then I hear like a. I'm like, what? What? It sounded like someone punched the glass door on the front, like someone just full on wailed on the glass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, some teenager thought it would be funny to try and punch the glass and run away. Someone's getting hurt. So I go. Yeah, right. So I go to the front of the store and I look and I see a 7-year-old kid lying on the ground. This kid ran full force into the glass doors thinking we were open after we had closed.
Oh.
And so he bam right into the door and then he fell and then he like got up and he wasn't crying. He wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
But he got up, he looked at me and I was like, "Are you okay?" And he can hear me. And then the converted face happens. And then he starts crying as soon as he gets up. Because he realizes like, wait, I'm hurt, but I'm not, but I should be crying right now. I'm going to cry right now. So goes over to his mom.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wailing. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. No, it's not my fault. I'm not going to say sorry. But you just say sorry, whatever. So.
Yeah, you just do.
Yeah, like whatever. And then it was during the time where we had year-long calendars as a promo. And so the kid was wailing and the parents were like, oh my, so sorry about it. My kid is dumb. And I slid the calendar. I slid the calendar in between the cracks of the door to give him a free one. I didn't even open the glass door.
I remember you said that. I remember
Yeah.
I remember you saying sliding it underneath the door.
No, I slid it in between the two doors. It was just thick enough, right in between.
Oh my goodness!
And it went right in there, and then you just sniffling away. But it was, man, it wasn't like, yeah, it was funny. No, it was funny. It was, but he was fine. He was totally fine.
And it's funny. Any parent out there, any of you guys that are parents, you guys know that when these younger kids hurt themselves, sometimes if you just don't say anything, if you don't acknowledge it, you don't look, you don't say, like, they're fine. But like the second you're like, are you okay? They lose it. And there's been plenty of times my own kids where I've been like, I like look and I hesitate, and my wife will give me like the nod or like, don't say anything, and they're fine, run away. Right. And then other times like, are you all right? And then boom, it's over. It's like the waterworks, the whole shebang.
I've seen it. I've witnessed it like time and time again. So like when I have kids one day, I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness, sweetheart, are you okay? Oh, I'm not going to do that, because then like, they're probably not going to react that way. It's all about like how you react in reaction to what they do. That sets a precedent for them, from what I've seen. So,
I'm ready for little baby Bricks O'Brien.
I'm not find me the right woman and a stable financial footing, and we can talk.
I'm not. I love how immediate that. I'm not.
Well, when the time is right. Yeah,
see, Moto, I never react, and my son is mostly indestructible.
There you go. See,
I am the offspring of Moto. I am indestructible.
I can build a wolf head 5 times the size of his. I am the spawn of Moto.
Kids are bad. Don't do it. When I have kids, Raptus says, walk it off. All right, let's see. What do we got here? I saw one guy, Gator Bricks. I saw one guy buying the small picker brick and was stacking almost 6 inches above the rim. I was going to say something, but he clearly looked insane and rambled about how he would shoot someone at his. Yeah, just let him. He's fine.
So you just let him. Man. You just keep trucking on, man. I don't know, man.
You're all right. All right, let me get. Okay, let's do. Yeah, I did want to do some Bionicle stuff. Let's see. We'll do Lee-Con. Lee-Con is my favorite Bionicle character.
I thought he was saying a random word. I didn't know that was a Bionicle.
A random word.
I didn't know it's a Bionicle. It's like, can we get a Ishlama? Like what?
Yeah,
what's that?
It's not a random word. All right, let's see. Put him right over there. Our comic book.
The only Bionicle that matters is Thok.
That's the only one.
The only one.
Yeah. All right, let's get Lee-Con.
So okay, I'm gonna tell this story. Speaking of Lego store stories, and I'm gonna need your opinion as well as other people's opinions in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is like I actually, Kevin, I talked to you about this moment here at the Lego store recently.
Okay.
Did I text you
about? Wait. Yes.
So I'm gonna need the reading on the chat on this one. Okay.
Okay. So
I was at the Lego store, and I still have a lot of friends that work there, and I talk to them, and it's
this comment from Emily in the chat.
Can you draw the obsolete bouncy house that Todd insists to put up every year at Brick Fair?
Go on. Go with your story.
Or just get some duct tape. It's fine. No, I don't think it's fine.
The kids like the bounce.
So I was at the store, and you got to wear a mask when you're in there. There's only 11 people in there allowed at a time or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was just talking to the guys because I haven't seen them in a while. And I was talking about the art set because I had got the Marilyn Monroe art set from Lego or through Beyond the Brick, did it on a stream and whatever. And instead of making Marilyn Monroe, I made Liwa, the green Bionicle from the first generation of Bionicle.
Yep.
So I said, like I was gonna do a Paraka, but it didn't look that good by comparison of Liwa, because my favorite of the Paraka is Thok.
Right. Yeah. Now I remember. It's coming back. I got
it. And then they started like laughing and like started like having like a wide-eyed expression. I'm like, what? And they're like, no. And I'm like, what? I said the Paraka Thok. and they look at me, and like my friend goes to me like, Brian, like, stop. I'm like, what? I'm just saying Thok. That's the name of the Bionicle. What are you talking about? Thok. I'm just saying Thok. That is all I'm saying. And like they get more and more aggressive with me. And in my head, I'm like, what am I saying wrong right now? I'm literally saying the name of this Bionicle in the middle of a Lego store. I'm not insinuating anything. I'm not changing the pronunciation of any of this. I'm just saying Thok. Okay. And they get more and more aggressive with me. And they're like, Brian, stop. And I'm like, what? What am I doing?
No,
like, no, this is no, come on. Really? I'm saying Thok, and that's it. And so then like the assistant manager is like, Brian, actually stop. People are staring. And I'm like, I don't know. Okay. And I get more mad because I'm like, all right, well, because I'm like, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just saying the name of a
product name that you sold once upon a time.
Yeah, right. So like, what is the deal? And so they thought it was like me insinuating saying a curse word by saying Thok. Okay.
Right.
Now, I don't know about you. There is no curse word that comes close to me saying Thok. There's one word I'm thinking of, and if you know anyone that pronounces that curse word close to the word Thok, they're saying it wrong, and that's on them. I'm not saying anything wrong, all right? And apparently, with me having the mask on, I sounded like I was saying a curse word, but I was audibly saying Thok. That's it. And I got so pent up because I'm like, I'm literally not saying anything wrong. So I'm like, okay. And there was one guy on the Beyond the Brick video where I went on like a tangent about Thok, talking about the character. And the guy was like, man, Joshua, I can't believe that you would approve of this. This is really not okay with Beyond the Brick standards. I'm not happy. And then I commented, and I'm like, what was said?
What are you talking about?
Oh. And he's like, you said a swear. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I'm saying the name of a Bionicle character in the context of what it is. And the guy responded afterward. He said, oh, okay, that's fine. It's just something against my Victorian values, I guess. Sorry.
My Victorian values?
My Victorian values. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen. I respect you for whatever your moral standard is, your moral compass, your anything, whatever. What are Victorian values?
What is that? What does that mean?
What does that even mean?
Is that like I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
So I got so aggressive in the store with my tone because I'm like, the more they told me to stop, I'm like, what am I saying? Because this guy triggered me from before with these Victorian values. And then now in the store, they're telling me to shut up because they think it's a swear. And I'm like, I'm not saying anything wrong. So I want to know how within my, was I tripping? Was I that far off the compass there where, I needed to be not escorted out of this,
escorted out. I have an official. Oh man!
But it was definitely awkward for like a solid 5 minutes afterward. And I explained it to one of my friends in the store, and he's like, "Yeah, but it sounds like you're saying a swear." And people were looking, and I'm like, "I don't care if they're looking." Like, I was wearing my Bricks O'Brien merchandise and the mask and everything. Yeah. Like when I'm out in public, I don't like It's my own brand. I'm not going to be that kind of guy. I'm not going to go out to the bar and get loopy on vacation juice in my own merchandise. That's not
since that one time.
We're not gonna so I'm not gonna do that. So why would I, especially in the Lego store, like insinuate swearing with my stuff on and with all my friends who are working at the store there. Like, I'm not going to do that. That's not cool. So I was like, I texted everybody. I texted Kevin. I'm like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
angry.
But like, yeah. So I want to know if I was off base. If anybody out there was like, nah, that sounds like a swear. I don't think that sounds like a swear at all, personally. But
I mean, I think upon first, like, if you don't know any better, you might think it sounds like one word. But I would think that that you're saying the product in a store that sells the product, and should know their product history and should know what people are talking about. I don't know.
Hey, and it's not even like well, technically, Brian, it's pronounced Tahawk. No, it's Thawk. It's clearly Thawk, and there is no swear.
Who says it's pronounced Tahawk?
I feel like some Bionicle fan's gonna be like, it's actually Tahawk, Brian.
I'm pretty sure it's Thawk. Pretty sure.
Brian's Tha sounds like Pho. Moto. Okay, it doesn't. It's my lip. I'm sorry, Moto.
Yeah, I am that kind of guy. He says, "Goes freaking talking." And what's up, Pink Wheels 3 and Doc Sampson? Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Doc. It's not Tahawk, Doc. Doc, Thawk, same thing. Same thing.
Let's see, same thing. Is it that Boston accent?
A little bit of that thought. It's a Thawk action.
All right, I'm gonna do a Technic minifig. That sounds fun. Let's do a Technic minifig.
Anyways. I'm sorry. I had to get it out of my system.
Drama-free zone. Eli's like drama-free zone, Brian.
So Brian just lisped louder instead. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Doc. I know.
Technic Lego figure.
No, Golden Light. I told them what the character was, and they were like, "Nope, gotta shut up, Brian.
Gotta shut up."
And I'm like, "No."
Oh my goodness. What does your lizard positronic brain say about Brian's Thawk? Oh man.
Right. Green Bean earlier said, "Don't mean to burst your bubble, Brian, but I think Thawk as of the end of the Bionicle canon is part of another guy. He got fused. I don't care. He
was Thawk at one point in your life.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the only Bionicle that matters to me. The only one. Thawk and Liwa. That's it. And even Liwa, I don't really care. And I will not be silenced, Funny Figs. I will not. I'll die. I said to them, I'll die on this hill. And they were like, yeah, you can die on this hill, but not in this store. And I'm like, oh, you guys suck. All right, whatever.
Get out.
Can Brian explain the Worcester accent? How does one small city in Mass get its own accent? That's the power of Massachusetts, you know?
That's the power of Massachusetts.
We have high income taxes.
I always think of, when I think of Boston accent, of the whole, like, you know, ka and stuff, but you don't say that.
I don't. No, when I get mad, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Isn't that funny how that, like, I'm the same way. Like, people tell me all the time, and I think they're right, in that I don't have any type of Texas twang. I have no Texas accent. No. But if I either get very, very upset, or if I get, like, exhausted, it's almost like your brain defaults. And then all of a sudden, I say a lot more y'alls. I start just, like, all of a sudden, all this twang surfaces. It's like your brain has, like, a filter that it loses the power as you get tired or angry.
Yeah, I'm the same exact way. So they understood what you were saying. No, they did, Doc. They just wanted me to stop talking. I was being censored.
They just wanted me to stop talking.
Which is not unlike, you know, any other conversation I have with them. But Gulf Coast is heading out. Have a fantastic weekend.
Oh, thanks for being here. See you later.
I wonder how the parents in that store felt hearing this employee saying fuck and thinking he was saying the other word. Oh, I was not an employee, and not for nothing. I don't really care at Raptors. Whatever. They can think what they want. It's more of an impact on me because I'm technically another customer. I'm not reflecting the Lego brand retail or anything.
Right. You're technically, no matter what, Brian.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I am always right.
Customer's always right, even when they're wrong.
Brickfella says no one tells Brian to stop talking. No, people do. They try, but I won't be censored. Never.
That was one of my favorite things to tell my employees back in those days was, guys, the customer is always right, even when they're wrong.
Yep.
So just get used to it. What's up, Beyond the Brick? Watching over on Twitch. That's why Andres starts speaking German without realizing it if he's up at 3 a.m. And yeah, exactly. In New York City. You know, I'm glad you say New York City. This reminds me.
So see you, Joshua. I hope that we can go back to New York. It was such a fun time. Andres, legendary.
Indeed. Let's see. I'm trying to get him in action. Action.
Yeah, I've seen Boone use these Lego figures occasionally, and I'm like, these are weird.
They're weird, but I think they're like the idea behind them is solid. Like I really do like the articulation they have.
Yeah,
and I like the scale because they were made to be in these Technic sets, so you can actually have figures sitting like behind the wheel of a race car and stuff like that. But I mean, the prints weren't that great. It was older time where Lego wasn't on top of their game with like design and stuff like that. But I feel like if they did it today, like you don't even, I don't think, have to really change the mold at all, but like give it some like fresh printing, fresh graphic design work on it.
Right.
I feel like it could be pretty cool. Kind of surprised it hasn't come back, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like, I was going to say that there should be something new in the Lego lineup that like shakes things up, but I guess Mario was the thing this year.
Yeah, I guess that would classify as the thing.
The big shakeup.
Here. Actually. And yeah, Nick, just because you're listening and watching, according to my shipping confirmation, the new products should arrive at my place today, which means I will turn right back around and throw yours in the mail today as well. I'll go take it down to the post office box because it gets picked up again in the evening. That's what I did with yours, Brian.
Oh yeah.
That way I can just, the day I get it is the day I get it out. It's like
right.
Get picked up in the evening collection.
I just checked up on your Etsy store and saw that over 20 people have the new Super Bricks O'Brien in the cart, as well as the mascot head one, and lots of other items in the cart as well. So thank you all for your support on that. A lot of people that I talked to last night were really loving the Mandalorian stuff, Kevin. So
yeah, I noticed a couple of those were added in, which I appreciate. Yeah. He's actually doing a lot better than Baby Yoda, which I was a little surprised at because, Baby Yoda was the thing that was like, that was the Patreon voted one. And I made that one. And I just said, yeah, while I'm at it, maybe I'll do Mando too. While I'm doing it. It really was like spur of the moment. Like, I'll do it too. Because it was kind of like, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was like the helmet. Making a helmet is easier than a face.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll do this. And then that one has been performing a lot better than Baby Yoda. Maybe Baby Yoda is out. Maybe that the trend is died down.
No, it'll come back with Mando season 2. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm excited. Excited about that.
Beyond the Brick says, listen, we know you're busy, but we need you. We need to go, check out that Bricks O'Brien Ash.
Absolutely.
Mr. Kevin HinkleDraws merch.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, we'll figure. Yeah, we can do that. We can make it happen. We have the power. I'm gonna do this random design that I'm looking at on this reference picture. It's like a triangle in like words.
You're not friends with Kevin Hinkle until you have him on your podcast. That's when it's like locked in.
That's when it's real.
Yeah. That's it.
I'm like, how are these legs connected? They got like something like this kind of action going on. There we go. That. There's a little bit of illustration magic going on there, but his little feet. I like the feet. They have like these. They're kind of like flat, little peg. Needs to be a little actually longer. I think it's a racing guy, CC. He's got like a red triangle on his shirt. I have one of these. I bought it at a. There we go. That's better. I bought it at one of the shows because I just wanted to have one of the Technic figures. So I just got a random guy, and like I said before, I do really like the articulation that they have. So he's going to be running this way.
Yeah. So Brick Bunny said in the chat that talking about this video that Cafe Con Lego put out. You see this one, Kevin?
Which I don't think so.
She put out this video, and she titled it like "I'm done with YouTube." Can you believe?
Oh,
that?
Really? Oh.
And you know what? You click on it, and then she's like, "You know what? No, I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
I want you to watch it, Kevin."
Is this new? It has to be new.
Yeah, it's fresh off the assembly line.
Okay, I'll have to take a look.
And a plot twist: she's not actually done.
Flex. Spoilers.
There was a strongly worded message that I sent to her afterward, telling her how disappointed I was that I got. Anyways, just go watch it.
All right.
Let's go watch it. She's not gone. I was very quick to be like, all right, who said what? Who's getting hurt?
Another one bites the dust, right? Another one bites the dust.
Yep. We can't be losing any more people, man.
No.
Not good people. We can lose the bad people, not the good ones.
We can lose the battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look. I haven't seen a recent one. That reminds me though of I've been listening to another podcast that Brick Trains, Brickzar, and Mardi Gras Man have been doing called A Fool, A Fool podcast, which is interesting. And it's mostly about like older Lego stuff, like older Lego lines and collecting and stuff. But I've been given Brick Trains, who's also Joey, not to be confused with Joey.
Yeah.
And I've been giving him a hard time because he intros all of his podcasts saying that they're going to talk about something, and they never do it every time. We're 3 episodes in. Because like his first one, he's like, today we're going to talk about collecting trains. We're going to talk about this. And we're going to talk about my first job I had at Hobby Lobby. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then they don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, you didn't talk about it. And then the second episode, he was like, we're going to talk about this, and how I got fired for doing this at a job. Never talked about it. And so the most recent episode, I said, he goes, we're going to talk about my experience being an electrician. And I said, I typed the message before I go, Joey, if you don't talk about being an electrician in this episode. And then I edited it when I listened and I go, you did not talk about being an electrician in this episode. All right, let's get another suggestion. What do we got? Technic figure winning. It is a great video though. Let's see. Yeah, there is like a Borg Technic. It's like half Borg. It's weird. Let's see. What do we got?
Yeah, a lot of people still talking, and
that's good. It's good.
You know.
Yeah, I saw shaved Joey.
Yeah, we'll discuss that in a hot minute.
Let's see. All hail the goat, the mini height goat. Let's see. That's why I'm not a good retail employee. I loved proving customers wrong, says Joseph Sawada.
Perfect.
All right, we need some new suggestions because I'm not seeing anything up in the older stuff. Hello, Wolfpack3602. Let's see. Merida from Brave, please. Okay. You want the mini doll version, or should I do a minifig version? You have a preference?
Probably have to be maybe mini doll, just more
variety and
just variety. Oh, you could no, just do that one. Because I still had the one from Moto from way back when, but the mini doll and the
yeah.
Oh no, she said minifig. Okay, never mind.
Abort
mission. I was gonna watch one of those one of the episodes, of the podcast Brickzar was on, and then I watched like the first minute, and I forget who it was. And someone was like, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about why these digital instructions in these Mario sets are stupid. And I'm like, I can't hear that. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's
can't.
That's pretty good though.
Just can't. No, shout out to Bricksar, but I didn't have the energy for it.
I can't do this.
Here's my strongly worded 4 paragraphs.
I think I remember that episode.
Yeah, it was a little while ago. Moto, have a good rest of your day. Enjoy.
See ya.
Here's okay, so I'll talk about Joey, then we'll talk about this question I had for you.
Okay.
As someone who had known Lego. But Joey had he shaved off his facial hair, man. It's gone.
For $50.
What? Who gave him $50?
I don't know, but I'll shave for $50.
I'll shave all the hair on my head for $50.
I don't know, but yeah, he put a post saying, I'm about to shave my face for $50. And then he did an after saying, well, I didn't think I'd be doing this, but here we are $50 later. And I'm like, well, hey, good for you, man. Get that $50.
Jeff said Joey had facial hair. He had facial hair, Jeff. Come on. Facial hair.
I take personal offense to that.
No, because Jeff is just that guy in the chair that has the full-on goatee.
Yeah, he does.
He's
rocking it.
Yeah,
I hope to rock it one day, but I feel like I'm like closer to 40 than I am 30, and I still don't have that. So, I don't know. Brandino 2424. Hello,
Brandino. He is a very skilled builder in everything. I don't think with Lego though. But he builds with like Mario Maker and Minecraft. He's a very good builder. Shout out to Brandino.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you before, Kevin.
Yeah.
About all these different collaborations Lego has been a part of, with the most recent one being Levi's. Lego is doing something with clothing and whatever. But do you have a personal favorite non-set Lego collaboration in your years, either working at Lego or just of all time?
That's a good question. There's been a lot that have just been, I struggle to understand what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just kind of whatevers.
And they always seem to kind of flop. A lot of them flop.
Yeah.
So let's see. What's one that I actually liked though? Not
including games, because I feel like that's kind of simple.
Well, and what's interesting is, Lego had said years and years ago that they claimed that they learned a lesson, and that they needed to stop trying to do stuff that they're not good at doing and partner with other people that are good at doing the stuff they want to do. Sure. and basically get out of the way. And good examples of those are letting Warner Brothers really have the reins at the Lego Movie, and letting TT Games have the reins for the video games, right? Because Lego was making their own video games before they did that.
Right.
But then there's kind of weird decisions. Like TT Games is now like pretty much owned by Lego. And, because they have TT Fusion, which is a subdivision of TT Games that only makes Lego games. And they've been injecting more and more of, the Lego DNA into it, which is, it's not bad, but that's the whole point of the lesson is you're not a video game company. You make bricks and toys and construction toys. Get out of the way. So that kind of makes me a little fearful for the future of that kind of stuff, which I also think is why we're seeing so much stagnation with the Lego video games, because I feel like Lego's too involved now. And so now it's just like, But I guess the Lego Movie would probably be my favorite, best example, because Warner Brothers really had most control over that. And I remember reading a lot of articles and stuff about how uncomfortable that was making the Lego people to like just give up a lot of their power, I guess that was probably the best results. But I mean, there's been some fun ones here and there, but a lot of flops, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Levi's thing. There's the Lego IKEA thing that's new.
The IKEA thing is, I don't even know how to tell you how incredibly disappointing that is. It is just high. It's just the same junk they've been doing, except more expensive. Because, I felt like, I really did think that with something like IKEA, it was more for like adults and collectors and people that have serious collections. Because I'm like, well, why on earth would you partner with a big company like that unless you're really thinking about, diving into that world.
Sure.
Because they make like family style storage solutions. They've been doing that forever. That's like your, kind of expensive but branded fancy cases you see at like Target and stuff.
Right.
Which are, for most collectors and hobbyists, are useless. Totally useless. And then they're like, we're going to do this with IKEA. I'm like, oh, they're finally going to do some cool stuff. And then it really is just the same stuff, except more expensive. It's like, it's a box, but it's got a base plate on it. It's like, what? What?
Yeah, I'm curious how expensive those are. I'm looking on the website now. I don't see like a price, but I'm going to
Are they even out yet, or is it still in like the hype up
October
phase? Yeah.
Yeah, it's October. Vision Bricks. Oh, I was a part of like the promotional thing for it. So he did a video and he was a part of the social media campaign.
So I'll tell you, as somebody who was a part of organizing those type of cross promotional campaigns, we did this with the what's it called? The pins, like the Lego pins, like that had the bricks on them. If your goal is to show AFLs using it and building with it, then that means the product itself is not good.
Right.
And that's what we did. Like, that's what I had to do. That was my job, was show fans using these pens and pencils and stuff and have them building with them, because they're not really that great pen or pencils. There's no like real value to it, but we just want to make people buy them. And like, so show them that they can do other stuff with them, like build them in the system. So when I saw, like, because people are seeding that out now, right? You got a bunch of people that partnered and they're like, look, I built all this on this box. Look, I built all this on this box. Look, I'm like, oh no, it's not a good product. It's like, this is the campaigns that I used to have to do. Like, there's nothing we can sell on this product. There's no hook. So just show people using it and building with it.
Well, so, okay, I'm looking at the prices now. And I don't know if this is just the pieces or if it's the whole box too. I don't know if this makes any sense. So the box with lid large is $15, which doesn't seem awful.
What size is that?
Large. I don't know what that necessarily means, but
hello there, Orikumi Kigu.
Hello,
Orikumi. Hi, this is my first stream. Welcome
in. So there's that. There's other ones that are like $10, $13. So the thing with IKEA is that it's very fancy. It's very within its own system, like Lego in that sense. Like, it all works together and it's whatever. Mm-hmm. But in terms of storing Lego a ton, then it doesn't really work as well. I don't know. Like, you need to have big bins for a lot of that Lego stuff,
Well, it's clearly more of the same.
Yeah.
It's not designed or has any pretends to be for quote unquote serious collectors. It's just more of like very light storage solutions for families. And what do you need? How many of these do you need? 2? Okay, there you go. Like, like people that have such small collections, like kids and families.
Right.
It's just more of the same. It's more of the same stuff.
Yeah, I agree that there's like something to like, okay, we gotta actually sell the product or demonstrate the product to sell the product. A lot of the times, like, a good product speaks for itself and it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting, but
it's just always yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe this gets into a more philosophical, deep conversation, but I just feel like the point of selling something is to customize it. Doesn't seem like a safe thing. That's like, then that's not like it's like the the wooden minifigure.
Right.
The whole point of selling it is to customize it. Like, it's one thing if it's an actual construction toy. That's the whole point. If you're selling like an artistic medium of some kind, if you're selling crayons, you want people to color with them.
Of course.
If you're selling Lego, you want people to use it and build with it and make their own thing. But like having a wooden statuette, a standalone statuette, if your main selling point is to change it, that like causes me to pause.
Right.
And I feel like that's the same thing with these boxes. Is they're boxes, but you want me to just put it on the floor and build on it.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I
don't know.
I get, yeah. I mean, I can't say that there's anything for me there, but it's you got to think like what comes to those decisions and like how it, like how
it's always. I mean, it's always the same. It's always somebody in a marketing room said, "How do we get this brand? How do we partner with this brand?" Hey, it's like us, man. It's just like, hey, I have an audience, you have an audience, but I want to put my thing in front of your audience. So how do we get Lego into the IKEA shopper mind? Right? Like people are walking around IKEA. How do I get them to talk about or buy Lego or talk about the Lego brand? And of course, IKEA is coming at this from the point of view of saying, "Oh, that would be really great if we could uptick our families in the stores." And because it's probably been in the works for 18 months or whatever.
Yeah.
So we would love to have kids and families and make this more of a family thing. So hey, Lego would be great. Like that's the reason pretty much any company or brand works with Lego, is because they want to inject a level of family friendly kid spending time with the kids, parent, like that's what they're aiming for.
Right.
How do we inject that into what we're doing? And I don't think most people think of IKEA and think it's fun for the whole family. I don't think anybody really thinks that. But like I know that the pandemic has caused a wrench in everything, but I would imagine that this partnership would have also been like play areas in their stores and stuff too.
Right.
Can we set up some Lego at the retail locations, which would be right on the money for what a brand like IKEA would want? It's like, oh, you're right. We can have kids now playing in the store, which if kids are playing, that means mom or dad or grandma or grandpa doesn't have to worry about them, and they'll spend more money because they'll be in the store longer.
Right.
Sneakiness.
I'll be right back. I'm going to use the facilities.
I'll be right here.
Excellent.
So I'm going to put the quiver. It's hanging back here in the back. Get the arrows in there. Let's see. Orakume, are they trying to integrate Lego into Common Day? Yeah, we were talking about Lego has launched a partnership with IKEA. So I have some IKEA storage stuff. But we were also just talking about other stuff too, like Levi. They launched a Levi thing. All that stuff. Does anyone here use Pappy Mac storage? I do not. My stuff is usually like the big cheap, like that big, the big clear tub that everybody has. But then I also have the Acromills bins behind me. Sterilite will always be my go-to. Pink wheels, yep. Do you mean Levi from Attack on? No, not that Levi. All right, let's get this. Let's get this arrow. And I think, yeah, we're in the color phase. So I'll be coloring this. This will be the first colored one. Kind of poking out down here in the bottom. All right, there we go. Now, do I want to move it? I think I want to scale it down a little. Pink Wheels 3. Kevin, it's all about bringing back one or two purchases adult buyers, right? Not AFOLs, just adults. Yeah, absolutely. Not about AFOLs at all. It's not about retaining. It's about bringing a couple folks back in. And yeah, I think that's also a fair assumption to make, is that the brands are like, oh, maybe we can get some adults while they're shopping for, storage solutions. They'll start buying Lego again because they're excited. and rekindling their childhood love for the product. All right, colors. Here. I just saw Lee Khan. Yeah, Lee Khan was requested earlier. So yeah, if this is your first stream, welcome in. This is every Friday, the Doodle stream. And I have a theme. So today's theme is Lego. Last week's theme was back to school. And you can make suggestions for things, and I will draw them. So there's like a very specific tealish, greenish color. See if I can actually make this work. It's a hard one. I might have to just cheat. I think I'm going to have to cheat. Let's see. Merida. Copy this from the internet. I need that color. Yeah, that's the color. Where did that go? I'll just leave it there for a minute. Let's see. Daily Brick. I need to place an order from the MrHinkleDraws Etsy store, and I recommend others do the same. Kevin has some great stuff. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. I got lots of stuff on there. Prints, stickers. Get a little lighter. Let's see. Just gonna color up Merida, and then that will be it for this one. Then we move on to the next suggestion. I didn't realize that she had those like pattern on the bottom of her dress. I didn't realize that. When are the Halloween stickers coming out? Hopefully October 1st. That is the plan. If I am led to believe my shipping notification, Miss Neverland, they are supposed to be here today. That is the plan. I am supposed to receive them today, and I will get them. I'll need to take the photographs and get the listings ready to go, but the plan is October 1st. But if I could put them up earlier, I probably will. I just got to get all this stuff ready to go. We are planning on getting them all. That's fine with me. There are 10 in total, and I do have a 10-pack bundle. So you can save yourself a little money and get all 10 of them or any 10 stickers you wish. You can mix and match. You can choose any designs you want. I will not say no. And they're very different for me. They are very different type of content for me. I'd actually never even seen almost all of those movies. So it's like, what am I doing? Ghost Ricky talking, I have the pirate print. Been looking for a frame for it. Jeff, I'm debating on the Johnny Thunder print. Yeah. I'll have to take a look into getting a commission done for my sig fig. Yep, I do commissions as well. I've got a little bit of a backlog, but I do take commissions.
Merida's looking very good.
Well, thank you. I don't think there's ever been a regular minifig of her, right? It's only been the mini doll?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
It's always a interesting topic of conversation when people are like, well, why do they make mini dolls compared to regular minifigures? Why do the girls have something different? But it's always interesting when people discover that a lot of the testing for those products, like girls lean more toward the mini dolls, and
they think they're ugly. They think they're straight up ugly.
Yeah,
I was even there. I was there once when they were showing some of the like testing feedback, and like these little girls were like, minifigures are ugly.
Yeah.
I just like these because these look like me.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it.
That is totally it. And as much as people may or may not like the idea of it, you know, it sells well and it's well received, and you know.
So Larry asks, Kevin, did everybody find all your Easter eggs? So yeah, for the first time, I hid Easter eggs in all of my Halloween stickers. So the patron folks who got to see them early, I challenged them to find all the Easter eggs. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Larry, you're the only one that even made comments about any of the Easter eggs. So if people have found them, they haven't let me know. I don't think I'll do that like all the time, but it was a fun thing to do for the Halloween ones. I might do that as like a tradition.
Yeah.
Seems like a fun thing to do.
Yeah, totally.
What's up, Brett's Builds? Okay, and now I need like okay, this is slightly different than the. I don't think I need this reference toy anymore. That's actually not even the same outfit I was basing this on, but it was the same color. All right. Let's get some like I need like a tan. Yeah, Nick. Yep. And you got the email too, right, Nick? I sent you the email with all of the artwork, like all the high resolution artwork. I am led to believe email always works, but I did.
It should, in theory.
It should, right?
Yeah.
I hate being the guy who's like, did you get my email? It's like, yeah, people get your email. You got email was received. Dang it. But yeah, so you've got that as well. Because I thought that might help if you're, diving into the Easter eggs, because then you can look at the artwork like on your laptop screen, instead of a tiny sticker.
Exactly.
Let's get some brown.
Do you have a particular favorite minifigure of all time?
Of all time.
Or maybe even of a specific theme if you want to narrow it down a little bit.
Oh, man, I used to. What was my answer? What was my answer to that? Huh. I know I've been asked this and I know I've answered it. But what did I answer?
My answer is the custom printed Bricks O'Brien minifigure, but that's just me.
Well,
other than that, I really like the minifigure series Clown that came out in whatever the January or February 2018 wave was. Series 17? No, doesn't sound right. Something like that.
I guess if I have to pick something, I should probably pick something from the Western stuff because that's my favorite theme.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, that seems like it's appropriate.
Yeah.
I like the I kind of like those three bandits a lot. I don't know if one sticks out though amongst the three.
Just the triplet. The triple.
Yeah, because they attacking together.
Of course.
So I put the shading on the wrong side of the face as opposed to the rest of the body, so pay no attention to that.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, I forgot it's on this side. So here's an interesting thing into my process. When I draw minifigures, pretty much anytime, ever, no matter what, I will never put the shading on the front of the torso because usually there's a design there. And I just don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into like shading all the different colors and aspects of the design. So I'll put the shading on the side of the torso. So that kind of dictates where my light source is going to be. And that's pretty much anything. Now, if I have two minifigs facing each other, then there is a mysterious light source in the middle of both. So That's a little bit of the insider information. It's just easier for me to shade one color of the side of a torso than it is to shade all the little intricate details of a design. It's like, I'm not going to mess with that. All right, so I'm ready for another suggestion. I think I'm just going to throw darker red a little bit here for something. But if you guys want to throw some suggestions in, feel free to throw a suggestion back in if you've already said it earlier.
Hawkeye's been talking about this Lego Chewbacca for a while. Do you keep it for like one suggestion per person, or no? Is that a thing?
No. I mean, sometimes I try not to like double or triple down, but I don't, it also depends on how many people are around and how many people are suggesting.
Right, of course.
Because there's been some streams where it's a little light, so people get multiples of theirs drawn.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Ooh, a Lego of. Sorry, I hit this comment and then Raptus' comment popped in. Lego version of the Legend of Zelda Skull Kid.
Interesting.
That sounds pretty cool. Wearing Majora's Mask or not? It has to be wearing Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that really matters.
I don't know how you would pull off. I know I keep seeing Jeff's suggestion of the Keaton Batmobile, but it would probably just look like the Keaton Batmobile, not the Lego Keaton Batmobile at that scale.
Oh, I would mean to make it very squared.
Yeah.
Like add studs to it, right?
Right, yeah.
Get my hopes up for. I'm sorry, Raptus. Like I literally clicked on it, and then it's like the like the comment like goes bloop. And you're like, oh no! I've done that a couple times too, and I'm like, oh, I hope that person doesn't think that I just sniped.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Sniped it. All right, let's see. Let's do. Yeah, that's the pose I want. Yeah, there's. Yeah.
I thought you had a suggestion earlier, Hawkeye. My bad. I hope that Zelda happens one day, man. Keep having the fingers crossed.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I went ahead only because of all this stuff about the distribution and limited and all this junk. But I ordered the Mario game this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to have a physical copy of it. I've been like, so traditionally I've been kind of like I favor the physical versus the digital because I'm old and I'm used to having that physical cart and but this year, or I guess the last couple of years, I have gotten a few games digital, and so I have like a mixture right now because I have like I have the digital copy of Stardew Valley because there literally is not a physical copy of it, which I looked and I was like, please tell me there really isn't. All right, I guess so. I guess that's a thing. And I've got the digital copy of Mario Odyssey because I downloaded that. I actually downloaded that on one of my trips over to Denmark.
Oh, nice.
And it was like the night before. I didn't have a lot of time. And I was like, oh. And I really didn't want to because I wanted to have the physical game, but I just did it. So I have digital copy of Mario Odyssey, digital copy of Stardew Valley, and a digital copy of the Origami King, which I haven't played at all. That's my wife's actually playing that.
Yeah.
And then the other games I have are all physical. But I did, because I've been reading and hearing and seeing all this junk about limited release and all that stuff, which I'm not a fan of at all. But I'm like, okay, I guess I need to get this before I don't get it.
Yeah, I have my idea that they're going to release each of the games individually afterward on their online marketplace, whatever service they do, because like I don't know like how they could make it a limited release, and they're very good games. It's not like when they came out with the 25th anniversary thing on the Wii it was just a port of Super Mario All-Stars from the SNES put onto the Wii. So these games are tweaked a little bit graphically, like Mario 64, some of the texture.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and like they changed like so like when you start Mario 64, it says press start or press plus rather, instead of saying press start.
Yeah.
So they changed little things in the actual game.
That
so
you have
to me,
change, right? So it makes sense.
Sure. And to me, that doesn't make sense to just release it for 6 months and then call it a day when that would sell like hotcakes forever, especially these kids that could potentially buy the Switch after the holidays, 2021.
I mean, it really seems weird, doesn't it? Doesn't it seem weird?
Yeah, I think that's some marketing thing they have in mind. They're going to do something. But this is just like for the people to buy the collection and whatnot. And I talked about this in the beginning of a stream a while ago, but they had a bunch of information on their website about upcoming events to correlate with the 35th anniversary. Mm-hmm. And one of them was a Super Mario Maker 2 course challenge thing. And that was running from April 15th until May 2nd or something like that. So that was clearly the initial date of which this thing was going to come out, and they didn't correct it. So because of the pandemic, it was supposed to come out potentially 5 months ago. It just didn't because of everything going on. So there's also this talk of like, all right, maybe this collection wasn't meant to be as big of a thing, and there's something else that we would have known about by now, but we don't, and the holiday thing got delayed and blah, 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 blah. So there's a lot of stuff like that that kind of indicates things, but I mean, I have my copy, and I played it a little bit last night. I love it so far.
Did you go digital?
I went digital for it, and I'm going to I had 3 copies pre-ordered initially on Best Buy, one for myself, one to probably give away, and one to keep sealed. But what's probably going to happen is I'm going to only keep 2 copies, or no, I'm going to keep all 3. One for myself sealed, give away 1, and then my friend who just got a Switch did not pre-order it, so I'm assuming he's going to want it. So I'm going to sell it to him just so he can, have it. So that's the idea.
It's a lot.
But I do have a digital myself, and I've realized what.
That's a lot of copies of one game.
Yeah, it is, and I've kind of like pieced it together that way.
I bought the one this morning, and I was like, "This is expensive," but all right. I was like, "Look at this one game."
Yeah, I figured, and I mean, I can still return them. I didn't pick them up or anything, but I'm assuming, one of my friends is going to want one, something like that. But I may end up changing my mind. Just forget about it. But
got to get to class. Have a great day. Have a great day, guys. See you later, Daily Brick.
See you.
Let's see. Kind of taking some liberties here.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I gotta mute for a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do I want it to go that way? I don't think I do. I think I want it to go the other way. Kind of imagining this all as one like head mold. One unique head mold, I guess. Shy Guys are my fave. Very nice. I like Shy Guys. I like all the different variants of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 spikes. Let's see here. No. 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll do this one. 4. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to get the eyes, the most important part of this. I don't think I've bought a game since Halo 5, says Funny Figs. When was that? I don't keep up with any of the Halo stuff at all. $2015. Playing, doing a cosplay of her. Very nice. Shy Gal. The eyes are windows to the soul, don't you know? Emily and I bought Raft recently. Does that count? What is Raft? Is that a game? Is it a board game? Oh my God, it looks so cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. These are all just they're just quick doodles. That's all they are. Just some quick doodles. I do have fun with them, and you guys give me some pretty fun suggestions that I would not normally do on my own. Oh, I didn't realize there's some got stray dots again all over the place. It's random tablet dots. All right, let's see. Do you play board games? No, not really. I mean, I will if my family wants to, but we don't play very often. I don't know. Something about the whole process of never knowing how to play any of these games and having to sit there forever and learn how to play them is like, Raft is a survival game, ocean survival game. Yeah. PC? Is that what we're talking about? PC stuff? Let's see. What do I want? And yeah, Jeff, I haven't been, like, I mean, you already know, I haven't been able to get through Discovery anywhere near as fast as my single day binge of Picard, but I get like one episode in every other day. It's like every 2 days, because I only watch it when I take a break to eat lunch, or if I'm taking a break to eat dinner. It's like my meal break entertainment, and so I'll usually get like half of one episode during lunch and half of an episode during dinner. But that's getting good stuff, man. Good stuff. Really, really happy. I don't know why people hate on that series. It's really good. Enjoying it a lot more than I've enjoyed Picard. And it's so interesting because Picard, I was like, I got to get it. Picard, he's the one. It's the reason why I need to watch any of this. Discovery didn't do enough to, like, force my hand. But Picard was totally like, I got to see this. But yeah, I'm on, where am I? I'm still season 1. And it was they just met the Emperor in the Mirrorverse, and they just realized, like, literally the end of the episode was like, oh, by the way, here's all the evidence that lets you know that Lorca is from the Mirrorverse. I'm like, what? I was so like, I was beside myself. It's like, what? That was good stuff. Like, I didn't have any of those moments when I watched Picard where I was like, whoa, like, I didn't have any of those moments. Oh yeah, definitely some illegal minifigure bending. We are breaking the range of motion for sure. Merida looks great, Kevin. Thank you. Absolutely. No problem. Check out Lower Deck. Yeah, Lower Decks is also on my catching up list. That would be the next thing. I didn't quite realize that I already had I had 2 seasons to catch up on with Discovery. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I was that far behind. And I guess the 3rd one comes out soon. We've been bamboozled. Alyssa is the brick police.
Nothing but a good bamboozle every once in a while, you know?
That's what they say. That's what they say. Need like a dark brown. Dark brown. Brian, you're not a Star Trek guy at all, are you?
No, not at all. Unfortunately, I'm not that deep into the nerdum of that in particular.
Yeah, I like how you specified of that. Like, there's other things you can nerd into. Yeah, that's all right. It's all good.
Looks like an illegal minifigure bending.
Oh yeah,
for Skull Kid, nice. Yeah, Miss Tapcat, hello, welcome in to the live stream.
Oh, welcome.
Have you tuned into a Miss Tapcat live stream on Twitch, Kevin? I
don't believe so.
Picture like a better Brick and Nick.
That's the way. Always with love. Always with love.
Always.
That's the explanation.
Yep. No, her streams are very genuinely wholesome and
opposed to Nick's, which are
horrendous. No, but she's a very awesome brick building streamer.
Yeah.
So stop on by if you can sometime.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure. Gosh. Savage.
He keeps getting lower and lower on the totem pole every second.
That's what happens when you get close to people, isn't it? That's yes. Like the love. It's like, hey, we're friends, so get ready.
Yep. That's when you know. So if anyone out there is like, oh, how do I become close friends with Brian Saviano? That's how you know you're making your way closer and closer to my inner circle.
Is the amount of abuse?
Yep, just slandering you any chance I can. That's usually a good indicator, you know.
Yep. Let's see, Hawkeye Kevin, did you see what I've been posting about recently on social media? I hope I don't boff too much. Boffins? Star Wars? I think I've seen some of the stuff. I don't remember seeing anything that I thought was crazy. Maybe I missed something.
Doc had to come back to say that Discovery is way better than Picard.
Yeah, I agree, Doc. I agree.
I had heard Picard was good, though.
It wasn't bad. I was just like, oh, this is not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. And I didn't like the ending. I did not like the ending. And lots and lots of lens flares, Brian. Lots of lens flares.
Yep.
Lens flares. Lens flare. Lens flare. They don't have that in Discovery. I'm like, okay, this is good. But it definitely seems like a Robot Picard. Don't get me started. I know. Oh man, I'm with you. But it seems like the whole episodic formula of Star Trek is dead. The whole like we're gonna go on an adventure every episode, and yes, every now and then there will be arcs, but overall, expect something new. It seems like that's dead.
Yeah,
it seems like all these shows are like we're gonna just tell you one story the whole time,
right?
Which is not bad. It's just like, oh, all right. I guess that's what we're doing.
When we had no money filming, we just put lens flares in.
Lens flares
everywhere.
I was like, why is every episode of this have a lens flare? And it's like 6 lens flares per episode.
So it's like a bigger picture in the background, sort of a deal, I guess, with these stories now.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Red. Oh, we've got we're less than an hour away.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly, right?
Time flies and you're having fun.
Riker is apparently the best part of Star Trek. Best seat sitting ever.
Yeah, Mud has shown up, and that was fun. Mud came a couple times. He is the perfect level of like annoying. I'm like, oh, I hate you, but I'm happy that I hate you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Star Trek, I feel like, has gotten just overall like a lot higher quality of stuff to consume. So it's a bit more of a resurgence. So it's good for like anyone who doesn't want to watch the wicked old movies that don't hold up as much today. Because I know you were talking about that before. Like you were trying to watch them, but they weren't connecting like the newer series at all.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard Fazoom's talking about Captain Pike series. I didn't know that was a thing. Maybe I missed the memo on that. I didn't realize there was a Captain Pike series coming. I mean, thanks to the internet, and I'm not exactly speedy. I'm already spoiled that in Discovery we are going to come across the Enterprise eventually.
Yeah,
which would have been a pretty sweet reveal if I didn't. You know, that's the one thing that really kind of is. It's just lame these days. It's like Baby Yoda. Like Baby Yoda, I can't even imagine my response if I had not known I was going to be seeing that.
right.
Like that would have been awesome. And I wasn't like that behind the ball. Like I watched it, I don't know, 3 weeks later. It's just like the internet just spoils everything for you. It's like, oh, all right. Like I feel like also I would be equally like blown away if I had been not knowing that I was going to meet the Enterprise and the original crew. All right. I think that's okay for that. So there's our minifigure Skull Kid wearing the Majora's Mask.
Looks awesome.
I think it was 3 weeks later, Doc, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a month, but it wasn't that long. I mean, the Star Wars accounts, the official Star Wars accounts were spoiling Baby Yoda. I think it was maybe 1 week after the episode was available on Disney Plus. I think it was 1 week.
They got to market it. You know what I mean? They got to get you invested. And then you see Baby Yoda and you're like, oh, what's this? I need to be in the loop. What?
Yeah. You know? All right. So yeah, what do you guys have? Let's get another suggestion on the board. Let's see.
Yeah, I unfortunately was stepped away for a little while, so I couldn't see any others. Oh, there's a goat. A few people have suggested a goat, the elusive Lego goat.
Okay, you know what? Let's draw this Lego goat.
And by goat, they clearly mean to draw your boy Bricks O'Brien. What's going on?
How did I know that's exactly where you're going?
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to draw the goat so that once again I can use this as an excuse of everybody. I've drawn the goat. The goat has been drawn. The goat has been drawn. All right, let's see. Lego goat. There you go. All right. Let's see. I don't suspect this one will take that long.
It's got to be the most detailed plastic goat you've ever drawn in your life.
Precious goat ever.
Man, I like Lego farm stuff. I don't know why they don't bring it back. At least try. I mean, I get it. Farm, you know.
Kids don't like farms.
Nah, they don't.
They don't like farms.
For the same reason they don't like classic pirates and classic knights and classic western and classic this and
not anymore.
No, kids just don't care about classic space when they can have Star Wars.
It's for the children.
Support my goats on a Lego monorail ideas project. Oh my god.
Adults are welcome.
The monorail. Yeah, adults welcome.
On the monorail.
What is it? What I still don't get it with the monorail. I just don't, man.
Yeah, no, I don't either. It's not that great. I've seen it. I've held it. I'm just like, okay.
Is it because of the shape or the track? Like, what makes it so elusive?
Get it. I think it's more so that you could never really officially get it in the United States.
Oh, is that a thing?
For sure, it was never officially available in the U.S. It was mostly a Europe thing.
Really?
I'm wrong. Maybe someone can correct me, but I think there was something there with like testing or safety or something.
It's weird.
And then before it was done, it collapsed. You diss the monorail openly.
I mean, like, you know, a lot, like, that's just like with a lot of opinions on the internet in general. It's like there's a lot of, like, you know, a few loud people talking about this certain thing or that certain thing, and yeah, it gets to be overwhelming.
I like some of these really slick brick built monorails that people have made. Like Joe Mino has made a really, really good one. The guy that does Brick Journal magazine. Like I've seen some really nice brick built monorails with current functionality, you know, like current power functions and stuff. Funny Figs, monorail is not that great. Kevin Hinkle, moments before being blacklisted by the Lego community.
That was the final straw.
That was it, right? That was the end.
Just I've heard a loud guy going on about Lego Mario for a while. I completely understand, Brian.
I've heard a loud guy.
Hey, it connects with a more youthful, technologically savvy audience, and it's not my fault that a lot of the old timers can't get down with these digital instructions.
Oh dang! Here we go.
No. I mean, I polled the Bricks O'Brien mom squad, like, hey, what do you prefer, digital or physical? And it's all physical, and I prefer physical as well, but it's going to be some sort of shift at some point where, not entirely, but there's going to be more and more people that prefer the digital just for the sake of convenience. But yeah, I still like the physical too.
Yeah, I just like I've said, I don't mind using them to build. Like,
yeah,
whatever, it's fine. I'm just more uncomfortable the fact that they live in a place that will no longer be supported in a certain period of time.
Yeah,
because that's just the facts are there. The evidence is there that at some point the app, because it's in an app too, like it's not even like just a digital place to download them online. It's in an app, and the app will eventually be unsupported because every app Lego has ever produced to date eventually becomes unsupported.
Right.
And so that makes me a little nervous that it's like, dang, at one point you will never get these instructions, and that's kind of lame. But I don't mind building from digital instructions. That's fine. Oh, I almost forgot. It's like a beard.
Yes.
It's got a little goat beard.
Very iconic.
And there is a stud.
Of course.
Right? You gotta have a stud on there. And it's got one eye.
And that's actually something interesting about Miss Tapcat streams, is that she actually has the PDF instructions on screen, so you can see what she's building on the particular step as she's streaming. So that's something I haven't seen done before. So you can like kind of go along, you know.
I just saw. It is really helpful. It's really helpful. Somebody else just started doing that too. Papa Bear just started doing that. He added that so you could see it in the bottom of his screen. It does make a difference. It's kind of cool.
Alyssa says goatee LOL, and what a great drawing of Miss Tapcat. There you go. I guess you drew Miss Tapcat, and instead
I got that joke. All right.
Yeah, that's enough of that joke. Yeah.
Is that why it's called a goatee?
So, okay.
All right. All right, let's move the goat up here. Boop. Skull Kid is not trying to touch the goat.
Nope.
It's not happening.
Got to social distance these drawings.
My son, my younger son, has Cub Scouts tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And the reason that is significant is that he has not had Cub Scouts since February. But they
February, wow.
Since February. I mean, it's a group that gets together, you know. And
right.
It's like when you can't get together, I guess you can't have Cub Scouts. So the Cub Scouts as a whole has been completely just. We'll get back to you. It's like, okay. So there's been no meetings. There's been no nothing. Originally, when everything first, remember when everything first shut down, Brian, we were all like, oh, this is going to be a hard month.
No, I knew immediately it was going to be at least 3 months.
Right. I mean, I think like we did, but like the rest of like everything acted like it was going to be a month. Because like his scouts were like, here's a 30-day like, worksheet he can work on while we're closed for a month. And I was like, okay. And I mean, obviously here we are literally months and months and months and months later. But he hasn't done anything with it because of that. And so they have finally, I mean, as things are easing up in Connecticut, because they are, because, Connecticut, Jersey, New York, we were all, Massachusetts, New England in general, we were all like the first ground zero, and so we're all easing up and relaxing up and not going back to normal, but like, they've decided to host their first meeting again tomorrow morning. But everybody has to wear a mask. Everybody has to be apart from each other. You're highly discouraged from bringing siblings if you can. Because, a lot of times you'll bring younger siblings and stuff, and it's like little kids and they run around. Yeah, if you have, they've already said if you have no choice, fine, bring them. But if you can, they want to minimize the bodies that are there.
Of course.
And it'll be outside. The whole thing will be occurring outside. So, like, all right, let's see how this goes.
Well, that's starting now in the middle of September when you have only probably like another month, maybe of like, Yep,
exactly. Let's see. If I don't get the Indominus Rex eating the goat, I will unsubscribe on all 300. You have 300 accounts, and Docs is prepared to sub Raptus.
Unfortunately, Raptus, it is not about the numbers; it's the quality of people subscribed and tuning in as well. So if you have 300 bot accounts, it actually doesn't help Kevin at all.
A lot of bots. There's a lot of bots. How many fingers do minifigs have? They have one.
It would be one.
It's one finger that wraps around. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I knew this would go on for way longer than what people expected. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So we still have time. We still have 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Fazoo
Classic. I could do
that.
this. I can do this real quick because I've drawn lots of Lego spacemen in my day. That is for sure. We can do a quick spaceman on the moon, looking towards Earth.
And then the Earth is just on fire.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
With the flag, so he's on the moon with the flag, looking at Earth, and he's like, "This is fine." Alyssa made a good point a little bit earlier, saying that I hope that social distancing measures still maintain after all this is over. I agree. I want people to stay away from me. I don't want to have to like shake people's hands. I can just do like the little wave, like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I don't think it will. I think it will for a time, but then I think it'll go away. Not that I say I'm for or against that. I just think that I know how people act and think. I don't think it'll last very long.
Yeah, but then you could call out like, "Hey, social distancing, stay away." Like, you know, and also wearing a mask out in public too. Like I could see that being more normalized, especially up here for the winter time when it's a bit colder outside and the breeze blowing in your face. Like that totally helps take away from it. But
I mean, as I've said before, it definitely is becoming normal. And the very few times I have gone out and forgotten my mask, thankfully, it's been things that hasn't been a big deal. And it's been purely an accident. I'm like, oh, goodness. Because I don't keep it in my car. I keep it in my house because sometimes I walk or sometimes I drive. And I've been like very uncomfortable because I'm very much in the minority that doesn't have one on. You know? And I'm like,
right.
This is weird. I'm the guy that's like, I'm the guy. They think I'm one of those guys.
Right.
Like, no. I don't want to be one of those. Like one of those guys like we saw in the park.
Yeah.
That guy. Man, that was good times. You know the guy.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
His Tapcat likes, her husband used to work in a restaurant industry, and he's liking that they've pivoted more toward takeout. Yeah, and that's going to happen even more up by us because no one's going to want to wait outside for a table in the cold weather.
No,
so that's going to be even more of a thing. It's just the restaurants and how they're going to stay in business. Like there's still so many facets to all of this. Like in general, just not to get into that.
Yeah, he's like, Kevin, you're one of those. I'm not one of those. I am not one of those. Oh man. Because like there was one day where I had ordered I had ordered a takeout food and I went to go pick it up and I was like mid-drive, and people that have visited me here like Brian know that I am like where I live is slightly in the middle of nowhere, so I have to drive at a minimum to infield to get anything, and infield it's not far away, but it's 15 minutes. I got to drive 15 minutes to get there. And so I was like already 10 to 12 minutes out. And I'm like, oh no, I forgot my mask. And then I got there and they had it so that you pick up the food outside. So it made no difference that I didn't have the mask. But of course I was literally the only person that didn't have one on. So that was like, dang, this looks weird. But I am not one of those people. I was talking earlier about going back to the gym. The gym has a policy that you have to wear a mask. And there's a handful of people there that don't seem to want to listen to that rule.
I think I ran this by you, but Planet Fitness where I'm at, you have to wear a mask at every point, except if you're on a cardio machine like the Stairmaster, elliptical, treadmill, things like that. Then you can take it off. But sanitize and wipe things down, obviously, and all that.
Yeah.
So that was the main thing for me is I didn't want to be on a cardio machine, me already being a big guy. Not that, it's technically taking away oxygen from me. It's not by me having a mask on. I still get my oxygen levels and whatnot, but anything that can impede the natural ability for me to breathe, I'm like, all right, it just de-incentivizes me a little much. And then I bit the bullet and I'm like, I'll just go. And then I found out that was the policy. And I'm like, okay, so I'm golden, actually. I'm perfect.
Yeah. Have you ever done one of those like stair machines?
No, I have not.
I did it one time and I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
I went, so this is back, and bear in mind, this was back when I was actually like in really good shape. And I was going to the gym. I mean, I was months into going to the gym Monday through Friday for an hour and a half to 2 hours every day. And I went on a trip. I think it was Portland. I think I went to Portland for Bricks Cascade. And they had a little, it was like the Red Lion hotel chain.
Yeah.
Which I'm not super familiar with, but that was just the chain. And I was like, okay. And they had a very small fitness room that had like nothing in it. And they had a stair machine. And I was like, well, I've never done one of these, but I guess if this is what I'm going to do. I got on it and I seriously felt like I was going to die. I was like, oh my God, I got to get off this machine.
And you know the thing that I've always wanted to try and have seen in many years, and it's incredibly admirable, is when I see firefighters do the not the challenge, but they take the same climb on September 11th
yeah.
that they did,
Yeah.
that the other firefighters who lost their lives did at the gym. They go on the Stairmaster with all of their gear on, and they climb the exact amount of steps that would lead to the height that they would have walked up. And it's like, whew,
With equipment, right?
Yeah,
Equipment on and
with
stuff.
40 pounds of equipment on, 40 pounds of equipment, the whole thing. And it's like, man, that's some serious, that like keeps you humble in your position and gives you some perspective for sure. And I've always wanted to do that, not with the gear on, but just to be able to have that much stamina to try and do it. But I don't know.
I was just about to draw the moon, and I was like,
right.
wait, he's on the moon. I was like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Hold on. But yeah, the CC, I do 10 to 20 minutes of stairs off. Good for you. I can't. It just like almost killed me. I was like, man, I was hurting after I did that. Like my legs mostly, like they felt like they were literally on fire.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm done with this. Should this be an American flag or a classic space flag?
Classic space.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Miss Tapcat works on the 6th floor with 9 flights of stairs. Oof. It's tough. It's very tough.
Everybody, this is fine.
It's so not fine. Oh my goodness. It's so not fine.
Oh yeah, we'll put a date. How about on the flag, maybe, Larry? 2020, right? Maybe that's too small. CC, America. Oh, okay, classic space is fine too. All right, let's get some gray, that gray moon. So you know what's another movie I finally saw? Total Recall.
Oh yeah.
Seen Total Recall before?
No, I have not.
I think that movie's been redone a few times, and there's like a new version or whatever. But I watched the Schwarzenegger version, and I've only seen bits and pieces of it. There's a couple like pop culture references from it that like I knew it was from that movie, but I'd never seen it. So I finally saw it, and it was an interesting movie. I kind of messed with my brain a few times. It's like, what's happening? Wait, is this a dream? Like I kind of got like Inception vibes from it. I was like, are we in a dream? Are we not in a dream? Is he who he says he is? Is he not? So that was kind of an interesting, like one of those like makes you think kind of moments. There was a lot of old school Hollywood prosthetic, like claymation style effects. If that makes, I don't know. What's up, Family Bricks? I don't remember what year it's from, but like, you know, when like old effects where it's like, you can tell it's old effects.
Sure.
Like, it kind of reminds me of like claymation, and that's like disturbing. There was a lot of disturbing effects. I'm like, it's like, that's so gross. But it's interesting.
1990 for Total Recall. Yeah, it makes sense.
But I'm happy to report that's now done. I've seen this movie. I know, I can now relate. And something else, in a different realm of catching up on things, for audiobooks, I read Michael Crichton's Sphere, which was really good. It's a really good book. And I realized it's been made into a movie like 10 or 15 years ago. So I was like, oh, I should watch this 15-year-old movie now too. But they mentioned in the book several times 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, And I'm like, you know what? I feel like that's one of those, if I'm a human, I should read this book in my life. And so I started reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And I'm like 13 hours into it, I think. And it's like a 16-hour book. But it's like I'm like 13 hours into it, and they still haven't come across the giant squid. And like me not knowing anything about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I'm like, oh, it's a submarine with a giant squid, right? Like that's what you think about.
Yeah.
And there's been no giant squid. And so I'm like, man, I hope this is going to happen eventually. Because, I mean, it's on the cover. There's a giant squid on the cover of the book. Yeah, RoboCop is on my list too. I've seen none of the RoboCop movies. Howie, hello, Howie. Yep, we are at coloring time. So RoboCop, also Breakfast Club. I've never seen the Breakfast Club, so that's on my list of things to catch up on. It's actually a pretty big motivator for me, actually, to go to the gym too. To go, oh, I get to catch up on all these movies and things that I've been meaning to watch.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I watched like a movie that was on my list. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so bad at that.
Yeah. Sphere, yeah, Sphere was really good. Brian is ruining my ASMR experience. No talking.
Everything.
Just color. Well, I mean, the time lapses, right? You can watch the time lapses where there's no talking at all. You
True.
Just listen to music.
I mean, and that's right out of the wheelhouse of Alyssa to talk, because she and a lot of other people in here listen to the quarantine cast every Tuesday. Beyond the break, man. If you want me to shut up, that's not going to happen there.
Oh, you were on fire last time. It was great.
Oh,
it was
man.
So good.
Kirk Wilson, the liar.
Kirk Wilson is a liar. His face.
Oh, no, Brian. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have seen all 3 Stranger Things seasons, Hawkeye. Those were really good.
Can you draw Brian struggling to open collectible minifigures while wearing white gloves? Joe, that video was so aggravating. Oh my goodness. Oof. Did you see that video, Kevin, on Beyond the Brick?
I think so.
What?
Gloves opening something?
So I got sent a case of Harry Potter minifigures, and they wanted me to do a video where I was just opening them. And they were going to put it on YouTube and Facebook. And I was like, all right, for the YouTube video, I'm going to commentate over it. So I channeled my like inner golf commentator voice.
Oh, so you're like whisper almost.
Yeah, almost. And then I try to open up the minifigure bags and put on all the accessories and whatnot while wearing these cheap white gloves. And putting the wands on the minifigures is
Was it the same gloves you had for the ASMR Harry Mario?
This is correct, yes.
Nice. Those gloves you could probably sell those gloves at this point.
There's
official
these gloves.
This is official Bricks O'Brien content creation gloves. I've not seen that. I did not see that.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. There's a couple key indicators of success in my book where you're like, all right, you're famous. You've made it, right?
You're famous.
One of them is if somebody wants your used clothes in any capacity, shirt or otherwise. And the one that's happened to me is someone dresses up as you for Halloween. So there has been one person who's dressed up as Bricks O'Brien for Halloween last year, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's incredible. So I'm like, all right.
So you know what's funny about that? I've had 2 people in my life dress up as me. One was my own son.
Yeah.
He did that for Halloween one year. He wanted to dress up like his dad. And so he made I should show you the picture one day. This is my older son, by the way, not my younger son.
Yeah.
My older son, when he was like 7, I think, we made him a little Lego store employee uniform. So he had like a kid-size yellow apron and a black polo and khaki pants because he wanted to be his dad for Halloween. And I was like, well, this is adorable. So we did that. And then the other person was a fan at a brick fair, the Brick Fair, New Jersey, which is usually during Halloween.
Yeah.
He wore an outfit as close as he could find to mine and also has glasses. and tried to style his hair like me, and I was not at that show that year.
Oh.
And so I kept getting people going, Kevin, I thought you weren't coming to, and I'm like, I'm not. What are you talking about? And people kept sending me like grainy photos of this guy from like behind and like walking, and I'm like, who is that?
That's awesome.
Eventually I found out who it was, and he was like, did you see my costume I made of you last year? I'm like, that's kind of weird, but okay.
That's when you know you've made it, in my opinion.
That's just kind of weird.
Like you don't force it; it just happens, right? Someone just does it. Like that guy didn't ask your permission or tell you about it or whatever. Just boom, you know.
There we go. That did take a little longer than I thought I was going to, but I'm happy. What's up, Tito Santana? Welcome to the stream. I'd get signed gloves. Do you take VIP points?
I do, CC. We can talk.
Oh man. Little did he know he'd be dead soon. The description of James. Yeah, rip Brick Fair, New Jersey. And Brick Fair, New Jersey, for anybody that was curious, it is canceled. Todd, who owns the show, canceled it, I think 2 or 3 days ago. He didn't really do it officially. He did it within the Yak forum, within signing into the Brick Fair account. Not really the best communication method for the masses, but it is officially canceled. Philly Brick Fest is also officially canceled for this year. That one was also not the greatest communication. There's a Facebook post. And other than that, if you got a ticket, you got an automatic refund from Eventbrite. So there you go. But those are done. Yeah. All right. So, okay. I think, what's our next thing? We this one may be the last. It may be the last drawing for today. We shall see. Maybe.
Hawkeye Lego Man has been talking about this Chewbacca with the Lego drumstick and 2 angry porgs. You want to end off on that one?
Where's that?
He put it in the YouTube chat just recently.
Dressed up as Joshua Hanlon. Oh my goodness. That's pretty funny.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Brick. My name is Joshua Hanlon, and today we're taking a look at this tank from World War II. This is the 4th one we've seen at Brick Fair, whatever it is.
Can you dress up as Undress for Halloween?
Hello, everyone. I am here in a park in Germany with all these women near me. It is good to finally tune into a Beyond the Brick live stream. I hope everyone's doing well. Kirk, so good to see you. Joshua, I hope the best for you and Jonathan and Brian. I hope you're good. It's great.
Here's my come with the apple.
Here's my apple.
Yeah.
I am on a secret balcony. Do not tell anyone I am up here. I might be escorted off of the roof, but
what's up, Jordan Sneed? Welcome to the stream. With all these Brick Fairs closing, what am I supposed to do with these vacation days now? Yeah, I know.
I recommend sitting in a room alone with your thoughts and ponder life. That's what I'm going to do.
Hawkeye, throw that suggestion back in. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Fazoom says, I think he was waiting on the yeah, no, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I also think that it's probably better for him to let your staff know. I think that's probably in a good admin form.
Yeah.
Because Brick Fair staff have still, I guess we're just like everyone else. I suppose. Is that an impression of a Lego designer? No, that's no.
I would not mock a Lego designer like that unless I were very close with them. That is Andres, who is one of
he's from Zusammengebaut.
Yes, assembled in German, the language.
Zusammengebaut. Wait, I'm looking for Chewbacca. Nick, what you need to use those vacation days on is doing some ghost hunting.
There you go.
Find some places around your area. I'm sure there are. I saw it was interesting. One of the orders that I got last night, Brian, was from Rockford, Illinois, which is where Nick is.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, Rockford, Illinois.
Hmm.
I know Rockford, Illinois. Okay. Let's see. Sitting in a room with a German impersonator. What did I miss? Let's see. Oh, nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of nothing.
Presume banking on Brickfair, Alabama. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm actually very tempted. I might do it. I was thinking about this either yesterday or today about shooting a message to Todd being like, hey, could you give me a heads up if the shows are happening? I guess I didn't emphasize shows. If the shows are happening or not, because, I'm on staff for all these and I'm planning time and it would help to know.
Of course.
I get that stuff is changing and it's all, but it's still like I said, it would kind of be proper form for you to let me know if I should or should not be allocating my time for things like that.
Yeah.
Because it may conflict.
Of course, right?
I'm actually signed up for, oops, that's too low. I'm signed up for BrickCon.
When's BrickCon supposed to happen?
Like the first weekend of October. And they had asked me originally, and I was like, well, I can't commit to it because I'm currently still signed up for Philly Brickfest. It was the same weekend. And I didn't have exactly a lot of faith that it was going to happen, but I still can't double commit myself to that. Because, of course, my luck is I'm going to say, yeah, I'm free. And then it'll be like, we've decided to do it. Yay. It's like, dang it. So, but like, that's my example of like, it'd be nice to know these things. I don't need to know months and months and months in advance, but it would be nice to know so that I can make other arrangements.
I am personally still banking on everything between now and April being canceled because they're going to have to plan these shows at least 6 months in advance. And right now, 6 months from now, you're talking March next year, which sounds crazy that we're talking, that far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as of right now, if you're planning a show for 6 months from now, you're planning it right now, you cannot guarantee 100% that things are going to be fully operational, and you got to make that call,
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, LynSif54 on Twitch.
That's Lindsay of the Mom Squad. Thank you, Lindsay.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, welcome. I draw stuff.
He draws awesome things.
I draw things. That's what I do.
Yeah. I like the virtual cons so far. I like them too. It's such a different thing having a virtual show at a Lego show and then seeing how like the big gaming shows are doing it. It's totally different. It's just tough for me to adjust and like trying to assess like what's a good value for what you're paying for with these shows and how much time do you actually spend in them? Is it worth it? And like if you have them too frequently, then you're paying for all this content, but then what for? And so
what do you think proper advance notice 3 to 4 months, says Howie? I mean, I think more than 2 weeks would be nice.
Yeah, ideally.
I mean, because 2 weeks is kind of crazy. But I get that there's different people and they have different needs, right? You've got vendors, you've got displayers, you've got public attendees, and everybody's got time set aside. Everybody's got tickets set aside. Maybe people have travel arranged with plane tickets and hotel. But right now, like everybody, I feel like everybody, like all of the cons that are having to cancel or whatever are just like really being poor with their communication. It's just like, here, we'll let you know 2 weeks before, or 3 weeks, or 1 week, or you know what? We just won't tell you at all. We'll just give you an automatic refund or whatever. It's just like, if I could get like ideally a month, or 2 months, that would be great. That'd be wonderful. This hand is making me mad. it's not coming the way I want it to.
I think it's also partly like they don't want to have to admit that it's done.
Yeah, no, I think so.
I
think so too. And I get that. I can understand that. Let's see. Virtual cons. I think getting virtual life fatigued. Yeah. Lightbox Expo last weekend was interesting, but not loving the screen time. Yeah. It's kind of like you don't really have a lot of choices. You know, either do it or you don't do anything.
It's just gonna stink for a while, you know. That's the unfortunate reality of it.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's better than a lot of what could possibly be happening. Life could be altered even more, and we could be even worse off, and people, the circumstances could be even more dire. Mm-hmm. And for as bad as it is, in the grand scheme of everything, a meteor's not hitting Earth. There's not a bubonic plague.
Hey, there's a couple months left.
Yeah, right. But there's nothing like that. So it's right now it just has to be about that perspective. And that's one of the only things keeping me going, along with the support of, the people who support me and watch what I do, and family and everything.
You know what's interesting? Like some of the countries like the UK and Australia that kind of like handled things right, I would say. They did. They handled things the right way, at least from my outside perspective, or at least in comparison, I guess, to the United States. And they kind of got on with their life, have all kind of had to hunker back down again now recently. I don't know if you've been seeing that on the news and stuff, but they've all had to like re-shut everything down and re-go back into quarantine. And I'm like, oh man, so maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's like, I don't know. I was just like, wow, okay.
I think it's going to be, first of all, hi, Joey. Joey's in the chat.
Hey, Joey.
I think it's going to be bursts of quote unquote freedom, and then hunkering back down until there is a vaccine ready and available for everyone. And that's even if it, if it works and it's able to get to literally everybody. If this gets like the plague that literally happened, or pandemic that happened 100 years ago, it took about 2 to 2.5, 3 years for things to, return to whatever state of normal. And there was even still anti-mask people even back then. So there's a lot of similarities, a lot of parallels, obviously. But now the medical care is substantially better. We're even more informed now than we were back then, obviously, with the internet and everything else. And we can connect better, which is good. So we're better, adequated to work with it. But it's going to potentially stink for longer than people want it to.
Yeah. And and Matt's in the UK. Matt, are you guys back into like a lockdown again? Or am I imagining that? Like I thought I saw on the news that UK and Australia specifically have to go back into lockdown, and they were kind of in, I thought, a pretty good place. And Joey, who gave you $50 to shave? And can you hook me up? That person.
The 1950s, there was a polio scare. Kids were locked down for 3 years before the vaccine. Yeah. Yep.
If only the United States had a global pandemic response team that was based in the White House.
When you start analyzing, I have a not family friendly word I want to use, but I'm not going to.
It's fine.
It's a very poo-poo tiramisu. It's just a layer and a layer and a layer and another layer,
like an onion.
Yeah, I prefer tiramisu because I like tiramisu more than onions. But
I mean, that's fine.
it's like a tiramisu. There's just layers to it. So,
porg.
Yeah, we'll just,
Porgs are brick built, right? They're like little Lego brick built porgs.
We got like the BB-8 head.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see. Family Bricks. London with the highest, densest population having one of the lowest rates of infection. So no, there's not a re-lockdown?
Gator Brick says it's a fucking disaster, if you will.
Thawking?
Disaster, yep.
Yeah. I'm going to need you to refrain from...
You can't censor me.
Language.
You can't.
I'm going to die on this hill.
But not in this store. Miss Tapcat, have a good rest of your weekend. Good luck at work.
See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, at least I got Lego Mario this year, man. That's one of the only things.
You are jeopardizing Jeff and his Victorian values.
Jeff has a lot of things, but not Victorian values.
So those Mario games, you've played all of them before, haven't you?
I have beaten all of them 100%. Yes.
Are you just doing it for fun, or what are you doing since you've already
I'm going to cover it for videos. Not 100% all of them, but I'm going to like, hey, here's a sample of this, sample of that. Here are the differences. Here's what I like. Here's whatever. But I plan on playing them mostly, honestly, for my own enjoyment. So
I'm looking forward to playing. No Bionicle swearing, Brian. At least you're not in Arizona. We suck. I lived in Arizona for a little part of my life. For 9 months, actually, I lived in Arizona. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm looking forward to playing Sunshine again because I literally haven't played that game since it was brand new and it came out and I got it and I was like, this was okay, but I didn't like it. It was never one of the like top Mario games for me. It's like, all right, that was fine. Maybe it was because I guess I was like so spoiled by the 64 that blew my mind away. And it came out not that long after that. Mm-hmm. I mean, it looked better. I was like, oh, this looks better. But like it didn't, I don't know. So that one I'm kind of looking forward to playing again because it has been since my childhood since I played that game. But other than that, I've already done the other ones. The other game I'm excited about is that port they're doing of the 3D World. Because I've never played that game. So
that is a very good game.
Because wasn't that Wii U?
Yes.
Yeah, see, that's why. That's like, I missed so many games in the Wii U because I just didn't really enjoy playing it. Like it was, I don't know how else to say it. I just didn't.
Luckily, they're porting them all over to Switch, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I need to get Tropical Freeze because I really enjoyed Country Returns. And then when the Tropical Freeze came out on the Wii U, I was like, ugh. I was like, no, I don't want to play that one.
You know, it's funny. I think Nintendo just put out some financial thing and they were like, here's our plan for the future. And they said like, oh, we're going to come out with a new console by the year 20XX, which is.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And in the timeline, they have the Wii and DS era, and then they skip right to the Switch era and show onward. So they don't even acknowledge the Wii U.
It didn't even happen.
Nope.
Never happened, guys.
Nope.
Wii U was amazing, says Ghost for Kentucky. Family Brick Sunshine, played on GameCube. Was a weird one. Tito Santana, is there a Nintendo store near? Yeah, there is. It's the only Nintendo store in the country. It's the only one. But they're doing a Mario World in Universal in the US, right?
They are doing two. One in Orlando, one in California.
So I'm guessing they're going to have some kind of officially branded Nintendo store there.
Oh, yeah. Probably at the either in the park itself or on the Universal walk, whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, what's the deal with are we going to get to see Brian's first trip to Disney World?
Oh, yeah, right. We'll see. We'll see. I was digging through the archives looking for my Halloween decorations and I saw that and I'm like, wow, this is incredible, actually. Wow.
Did you watch it?
No, I don't have a VHS player and I'd have to find a way to like get it, digitally eventually.
Yeah. I don't think there's a VHS player in this house either.
But I have that. I have
we don't have a DVD player either.
Really?
Like we if we're going to play a DVD, which we rarely do, we've got to use the Xbox that my wife has. I don't play it, but it can play DVDs. That's the one thing the one thing I have to admit that I've never liked about the Nintendo generation of disc playing devices is that none of them ever played like regular media. Right. I'm like, why is it that both Sony and Microsoft are allowing you to play music and play DVDs and stuff, and Nintendo is not letting me do this? That is so irritating. But I guess they played the long game because it doesn't matter now because like nobody does any of that stuff anymore. But it's just like that was some long game thinking right there.
Yeah, I think their mentality is like, you have so many other devices you could play it on that it's like, all right, why would we invest the resources into that when everyone, how many households in America have whatever VHS DVD player, and is it worth it for us? And as Family Brick said, the consoles were more expensive too. So that's why like a lot of people are mad that there's not like a voice chat on Switch in the console itself or a messaging system. But most of the time you're using Facebook or Discord or whatever anyways. So why even bother investing in it if people are not going to like it or use it frequently? So
this is an interesting comment that Family Brick's saying that he was underwhelmed with the Nintendo Store. I've never gone and been underwhelmed. That's kind of an interesting take.
I actually agree. And it was back in like 2009 when I was watching videos on YouTube of the Nintendo Store, like, video tours.
Yeah.
And during that time, there was little to no official outlet online to buy Nintendo merchandise at all. So you were going through some eBay listing or, Amazon didn't have anything. Nintendo didn't have their own store online. There was no Pokemon Center, nothing. So to get that stuff, it was, at least for me, you have to go to Nintendo Store. And there was a lot of exclusive stuff like Pikachu, Pokemon plushes, and all sorts of things like that. But now, other than the officially branded Nintendo New York Store hoodies and shirts and whatever, there aren't many things you can get only there. A lot of it exists in Target, on Amazon, and wherever else. So like,
yeah, I will agree that compared to like my first trip, like the first time I ever went there, which was in 2011, that was the first time I ever went, compared to like going last year, 2019, there is a lot more stuff that you can get elsewhere.
Totally.
Even just in that short period of time. Like there's more stuff that's available like online or elsewhere than there was. There still definitely is some exclusive things that are only there.
Yes.
And having it all together, I think there's also like definitely some exclusivity going along. Like only Target can have this, or only, online can have that. Like there's definitely a degree of that going on. So having it all together in one space, I think is really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I like the they still have a little bit of the museum kind of aspect. They converted that big display gallery area into like that big screen. So
that rotates out every couple of months, so it's not a consistent thing.
Yeah, but I've always enjoyed it every time I've gone, and I like, I've seen all those statues so many times, but I still like seeing them.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe it's that blind brand love. That's just like, let me see this, show it to me.
I've gone when they've had just Amiibo in that case, though. Like, there's nothing, and they were like renovating stuff too. So part of it, or special events or whatever. But I agree with Family Bricks. Now, if you're like a diehard Nintendo fan, you've probably seen a lot of that stuff. You don't necessarily need to go there, but if you're in Rockefeller Center at New York, Lego or whatever. Yeah.
I'll be sad when I still think it's just a win. It's not an if, but when I move out of the area, I'll be kind of sad that it won't be near that. Being able to hit it up when I want to.
Yeah.
Sad. All right. So look at that. 101.
Hey.
Gentlemen, on the dot. That is our Chewbacca with a porg. What is it? Drumstick. That's what I meant to say. All right. Let me turn off the comment. Where did that go? Where did it go? Where are you? There you are. There we are. Let me unplug the tablet. So we are at the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. 3 hours have elapsed. I know it's amazing. It always flies by. I appreciate all of you guys being here, and I'm going to take us on a brief tour through all of the things we have drawn together. So I'm going to start up here. We've got the giant red brick in the sky that is abducting somebody. You know who I thought? And when I drew this, I'm like, that's Joey. There you are, Joey. That's Joey. So can't you see the hat?
Yeah, right. That's it.
Hold on. All right, and then we've got President. No, I'm sorry, Lord Business, because this is President. This is his Lord outfit. So you got Lord Business. Right on time. That's impossible. And we've got. Why is my mouse not working? It's being really stupid. Okay, we've got a Fabuland figure, sheep roasting a marshmallow over a syndrome hairpiece. Is that Joey? Poor Joey. No, Joey is going to the motherland. He is so happy.
He's ascending.
He's ascending. Yeah, I don't know why my mouse is being weird. This is my really poorly drawn foot. This was my second foot, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I got a confirmation my Mario game has shipped from Best Buy.
There you go.
Amazon was sold out. I had to go to Best Buy.
Yeah.
Here's the comic book man in Lego form. Worst stream ever. Let's see. Lord Business and the brick looks like one complete. Yeah, it kind of does look like one scene, right? We've got Toa Lee Khan. I'm happy with that Lee Khan sketch. That was pretty good. So there's Toa Lee Khan. We've got a Technic figure in action. Look at him in action. Whoosh. We've got Merida from the movie Brave as a minifigure. So she is right over here. Raptus just says Thok. Here's minifig version of Skull Kid wearing Majora's mask. Worst drawing ever. And I don't know. Yeah, who's watching with the hoodie? I guess it's Brian. He let his hair
probably
let his hair grow a little bit. We've got This Is Fine, but it's a space minifig watching the Earth burn. That's a good one, actually. I'm happy with that. This is fine. So 2020 Earth on fire. Here's the goat, everybody. There's the goat.
There's Joey.
You want the goat? There's the goat. And then our last drawing here was Chewbacca, Lego Chewbacca, eating on a drumstick with a porg fluttering behind. So that's it. Did you have a good time, Brian?
I always have a fantastic time on these live streams, Kevin. It's a pleasure and honor as always to help commentate along with the chat and pass by the time a little bit. Thank you for having me.
It goes super fast, though. It does. It's like a blitz. So yeah, once again, thanks to all you guys. Thanks to these incredible patrons for their support. I appreciate that. Let me turn off. We don't need that anymore. So thank you guys. Patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws for more information there. Once again, excited. Today is our first launch of the Bricks O'Brien MrHinkleDraws collab. So there's some cool stuff over in the Etsy store to check out. Etsy.com/shop/MrHinkleDraws, including our new Super Bricks O'Brien sticker.
Yeah.
Which you can get, which is fun, along with, of course, all the other stuff that I've got on there, like video game characters, pop culture stuff, lots of stuff to look at and peruse. So thank you guys. Thanks all you guys for being here and chatting along and suggesting and having a great discussion. Hey, I've got a video. Maybe I'll end with my thing.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Brian, anything you'd like to say before we wrap?
No, just continue to take care of yourselves and the ones you love during everything going on, and keep up the positivity, people.
That's what it's all about. Everybody, thanks again. Time lapse will drop Monday at noon if you like to get the quick 5-minute recap. Otherwise, I will see you guys next Friday for our next stream. Is that the last Friday? It is. So next Friday is the last Friday of the month. So that'll be our multiplayer edition. And I've got Jeff Jeff is coming in to moderate the chat next Friday.
There you go.
And I will have a guest artist with me as well. And that is already confirmed. I just need to get the picture from her so I can have it staged up. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.